and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Hello, hello, a great big good morning to you. It's wonderful to have your company. It's Monday. Oh, boo for Mondays. Hooray for great chain deals. Yay. Hooray for having Linda here. Yay. Whoop. I missed you yesterday.
Did you in the experience?
I did.
Sorry about that. Yes, I had a niece's birthday.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. You're not allowed Sundays off ever.
Real life kicked in yesterday. I must admit, after last night when I got home, I thought I wished I'd have been at work.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, excellent, thank you.
Did you? What did you get for the birthday girl?
I gave her money because she's 16 now.
Oh, they only want money, don't they?
So you know what? It's all a bit, isn't it?
They love it,
Yeah.
don't they? Well, I hope you're all having fun at home this morning. Maybe you've just got back from the school run and the crazy hustle bustle that comes with a Monday morning. Now, I have got for you some beautiful chain, and it's brand new this morning. Very Italiano. Have a little look at this. I love the roping technique, do you, on the chain? It just looks so expensive. Now, these are all separate deals, but I'm going to show you the whole bunch of brand new chain that we've got for you today. Oh, it is lovely to have your company on a Monday. Oh, do you know what? It's nice to be here on a Monday. At least we're not somewhere else at work. At least we're here.
That's right. Yeah.
Here
Absolutely.
we go. And we've got Debbie Bolford, ever the hard worker, in our experience room today, doing her polymer clay workshop. So without further ado, she's going to give us a wave. Wave, wave, Debbie Bolford. Wave.
She's making
wave,
tea.
Debbie
She's
Bolford.
doing tea. Important.
Yay! Debbie Bolford still back turned. No one's seen. She's got no makeup on. She has. Now I'm going to give you an early bird deal on a rose gold. It's very Italiano this morning. So we are going to give you a deal because rose gold is the most popular of the precious metals at the moment. Whether it's out there in big designer collections or on the high street, or in fact even here at Jewellery Maker where you're creating gorgeous jewellery. I'm going to give to you our traditional findings pack. In total, you will receive 200 findings. Let's have a look at exactly what you've got. 2 meters of chain, 6 pairs of shepherd's hooks, 4 toggle clasps, crimp beads, eye pins. You've got the crimp bead covers, you've got the rose gold balls, you've got loads. 2 meters of chain, says Ryan in my ear. 2 meters. Do you know what 2 meters is? Really long. I can't jump 2 meters. Try it, it ain't happening. Look at this. Oh my gosh, hang on, it used to come separate, didn't it? And now it's in a, oh, easy peasy. I'm going to put the other one on. I'm going to embellish myself this morning. Gosh, you get ever such a lot. All the head pins and eye pins, and because it's rose gold, it just looks really classy and expensive, doesn't it? I'm talking to you about rose gold on E-coated copper. The E-coating has been placed there to allow you, oh, you could layer up, to allow you to use your findings, even for people who have sensitivity issues for earrings perhaps. E-coating also stops your findings from tarnishing. E-coating again, don't forget, makes everything hypoallergenic so you can wear it beautifully against the skin. It's about the warmth, isn't it, of rose gold? Think about it. We've got some beryl coming up later. Gorgeous beryl rounds. These will look beautiful with the beryl rounds. Now, I've got some beryl rounds coming up for you later, and Laura and I could just not get over the amount of morganite you got on that strand. Oh my word, they're gorgeous. You can see how natural they are. Anyway, they're coming up later on. Right now, it's all about your early bird. Head pins, eye pins, toggle clasps, crimp beads, crimp bead covers, rose gold balls. Now, they're already being allocated in big old quantities on the website. Do you know what? Are you creating jewellery for Christmas, even just Christmas presents? I want to get everyone something really special for Christmas this year that I've spent time on and effort on, because I actually think the element of sentiment that's gone into that, your actual time, means more sometimes than just rushing out to the shops on Christmas Eve like I normally do and just getting everyone a generic present. Now, when you actually sit down and start to put your love into pieces of jewellery for your very best friend and of your whole family, don't run out of findings. Because sometimes, have you ever done this? You think you're making a certain thing, and in fact you start, and you end up making something completely different and using different findings to you even thought that you would need. If you do that, get the findings that are always to hand. Now, if you've got all of our wonderful gemstones in your bead boxes right now, fill up your bead boxes with findings too. Never ever run out of findings. The toggle clasp can be used. Now, I like the idea of just putting this on chain and having something really pretty, really cute. Heart. A lot of sentiment behind a heart. Linda, is there ever an occasion where you haven't got the right finding for something, and what happens if that is the case?
Well, that happened yesterday, last night, yeah. I haven't got any gold-plated crimp beads.
Not crimp beads of all things.
I know, of all things. Well, let's say I probably got them, couldn't find them.
You were on your hands and knees, like when you've got to try and find a hair grip.
Yeah, and there's nothing more frustrating than when you really, really need something. And it seems strange to say that you really need a crimp bead, but trust me, you will really need a crimp bead.
It's the difference between finishing off a piece of jewellery or not finishing it.
It's the difference between making it or not making it in some cases, yeah.
And do you ever get, because I do this, if I run out of something and I can't finish it, forget it, I'm not ever going to finish it. Because I'm on a roll. I know it'll stay. I have all the best intentions of finishing that piece of jewellery, but once I've left it, I'll start something else. I don't come back to it and then I end up breaking it down. It's a waste of time.
I think that's the creativity part of it. Your sort of creative mind is going really, really 10 to the dozen on that piece you're doing. You can't finish, so that dies basically.
Yes.
And you start on the next thing. Yeah, exactly. So you do need everything at hand that you could possibly need.
If you've got jewellery making parties booked, if you like to do make and takes when you're doing your fairs, have you got a Christmas fair booked up? Are you selling pieces on the web? What if somebody likes your piece and asks for it for their three sisters as well? GJG C62 is your item code. Here's a little stocking filler price tag for you to start your Monday off with a whiz and a bang. It's buy one, get one free. I like it when that happens. Now, get yourself on the phone. Anything. I love a buy one, get one free deal, do you? Doesn't matter what it is, I want it. 0800 644 655 if you're dialing from a UK landline. It's a free phone number. All the W's.JewelleryMaker.com if you're shopping online. Well done to all of you. There are small queues forming on the telephone lines. Small queues. But just bear with it. Have we got loads of these, Laura Dora from Manura? Good. She said we have. I just answered good. You don't know what. Laura Dora from Manura. Manura is at the bottom of my garden. Yeah, where I take all the old horsey bits that I've taken out the stable. That is manura. Where's the flies go? Now, get interactive with us today. Chloe's not impressed by that joke. Get interactive with us today because we love you getting involved. 60777 followed by your message. Now, it might be that you've got a question for Linda or you're waiting to see what is it Linda's going to be demoing today. Is there anything you've got up your sleeve of trickery today, Linda?
Might be. Yes, the day is very young.
That's for you to know and us to find out, isn't it? Now, I don't know what she's got coming up because she won't disclose it. It's exclusive because she's one of those designers that doesn't let anything out until the premiere. Now, oh, do you know what? I've got to show everybody these first, Laura. Just wait a minute. Have a look at these big, massive picture jaspers. They are huge. Could be masculine, could be feminine. It's the colour, isn't it? I love this colour. It reminds me of a lioness. Do you know what these would look good with? Suede cord. Really good with suede cord. I like these because they're big. And actually, these would be a good soutache centre bead, wouldn't they, Linda?
Yeah, they certainly would be. Yeah, without a doubt.
Do you know we got a soutache bundle coming up today?
Have we?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, excellent.
I love it. Do you know, everybody was going crazy for your demos. It was brilliant.
I've done a little bit over
How
there on
cheeky
the
of
boutique
you.
thing. You'll see, well, I'll mention it when it comes on, but you can see what I've been inspired by.
And today, Linda's jewellery, you are going to need to be inspired by. Now I've got some red garnet for you, which is, where are they? What have I done with them? Oh, there they are. They're right there hidden, you see, by my tanzanite. Ooh, tanzanite is coming up for you in a bit. Now, oh, I do love garnet. And oh, this is a shape I've never seen here at Jewellery Maker in garnet. Look at this. Have you ever seen garnet rice beads like this?
No, I haven't. I was looking at it this morning and thought exactly the same. I haven't, no.
If I just bought all those findings, I know what I'm doing with my rose gold head pins. I'm going to put them with these, lots of tassels, a bubble ring. Garnet is gorgeous with rose gold, isn't it? Graphics on your screen right now are for our early bird, unless you're watching on the web, and then there might not be any. Christmas tree green is what I've got for you now. Who's excited about Christmas? Are you, Chloe?
Yeah.
Are you excited about Christmas yet, Linda?
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? Are you scared of Santa?
No. Oh gosh, no. I absolutely love Santa, but no. It's just the. It just happens quickly, doesn't it? Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's the preparation is the key.
It's
Linda 4 weeks to decorate her house.
It takes Linda 4 weeks to decorate her house.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Are you a competitive
Actually,
neighbour?
yeah. And on Friday, I went to a certain warehouse, and they've got all their Christmas in. And I must admit, it's going to take longer this year to prep for it.
The outside or the inside or both?
Both. Yeah, back, front.
Do you get people
in,
driving
out.
past your house just to look at the wonderland that is
They go,
Linda's
oh,
house?
look, she's doing it again, yeah. And then after
love
Christmas,
it.
all I want to do is take it down.
Oh
Isn't
yeah,
that
in
weird?
fact, all you want to do is leave and get someone else
Yeah,
to take it
that's
down.
right, yeah.
Pay someone to do it. I cannot wait. I, for one, can't wait for Christmas, but it's all about being prepared. So grab this strand. It's coming up for you a little bit later. You'll have to wait for that one. Now, oh my gosh. I know why Laura's put this in, because her and I did a little bit of a, you know, Links of London, don't you? Love Links of London. Oh, I love it. Or Pandora, you might love Thomas Sabo, whatever floats your boat. The first one I mentioned, you go on their website, rose gold, tiny, 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 tiny pink amethyst pendant. In fact, if you do a web search for pink amethyst pendant and look at that website, it'll come up. £995, tiny piece, gorgeous. Can't afford it, but it is gorgeous. So I'm just going to get this strand and use my rose quartz findings that I just bought for my early bird. Go and have a look. Go and have a little webby search. Get inspired for designs. It is, yes, it is rose gold, that one that we liked, wasn't it? And it seems though we can't convince certain people to buy it for us. We shall make our own. Who needs them? Now, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous, that colour? I love it. Gosh, oh, just wait a minute, Laura. Eta Russian diopside. Have a look at this. Now here's a strand. Isn't it striking? Now Ryan, yes, you're right. I've never seen Russian diopside ovals either. Ryan just said, this isn't Russian diopside, it doesn't come in ovals. I know that, Ryan. Steady yourself. It is Russian diopside in this beautiful shape. Perfect, aren't they? Can you think about how these are going to look lovely in tassels? They'd look beautiful in tassels. Earrings. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And also, when can we do this? I love it. Look at the gizmo coils that separate each one. Oh, I love this tanzanite. It's gorgeous, so pretty. What a privilege to have tanzanite. Can you imagine giving somebody tanzanite for Christmas, your best friend in the world? Tanzanite. Who knew? Who knew you could use gemstones like this until you came across Jewellery Maker? These are for jewellers, aren't they? Aren't they? Well, they are really, actually. But we're a bit sneaky. We've got friends on the inside. That's how we can bring you this strand. I'm going to remind you, are we going to do some chain now? Which one should we do first? Let's decide. Let's do the ones that are lovely, sort of Egyptian eye shape. Oh, I do like this. Have a think about the big chunky pieces that you might create. In fact, even things like handbag embellishments. How expensive does that look? If you just put it over some black, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What about these as in bracelets? We've seen these go in as handbag handles, haven't we? Yeah. Handles? Straps. Yeah. What about belts? We could use them in belts, but we can keep this together or we can separate it. What would you do with it, Linda?
When you were just mentioning sort of working outside the box a little bit, I don't know whether you've sort of noticed, but for the new season, there's quite a lot of golds and sort of gemstone-y or faux gemstones, even if I have to say that word, look around the neckline on dresses and collars and suit collars and things like that. So if you want to think outside the box, you could even stitch that like onto your black dress now.
We see loads of this,
yeah,
don't
and then
we?
you could pop a gemstone, a little beady bead, perhaps a little bit asymmetric off of it. But there's going to be a lot of that for the next season on sort of quite tailored looks, but blinging that tailored look up.
Now, Debbie and I had yesterday, and I know you're a massive fan of the sari silk,
yes,
a Wall of Fame entrant that had sent in, she said she can't wear a scarf in case she has a senior moment. So what she did, and this is amazing, she made a necklace and she wove in and out with the sari silk, gave that sort of scarf look with the amazing embellishments, but without it actually being all the way around the neck.
Okay.
So you get that look, and using it with fabric was amazing. It wasn't this exact chain, because it's brand new. But if you saw the Wall of Fame yesterday that we had, and you thought, oh, I love that idea, then you know what, you could perhaps be inspired by it and grab this chain. The use of sari silks or any kind of other mediums together with things like chain just works perfectly. I love it. And Gemma and I were doing the felt DVD, not yesterday, the day before. Gemma uses chain to attach her big felt collar style necklaces to.
Exactly.
I suppose the same could be said of Debbie Bolford with her polymer clay bib style pieces, because they could be actually, instead of ribbon or cord, you could use chain if you wanted to make it more embellished, more give it more richness, you know?
Yeah, I think chain has got a big place in jewellery making anyway. Even if you're not using gemstones with it, you know, a layering of chain is always a good look. It's always a very cosmopolitan look, isn't it?
Always, and just like you said, we can sew it into our clothing, things. A lot of the little collars that, have you noticed that people are wearing just faux collars over the top of their dresses? BFA Z43, we're talking about 38 centimetres of gold flash, e-coated copper chain, with which is about 23 by 19 millimetres to 25 by 16 millimeters on the oval link. So you've got pear and oval links here. Brand new today, real gold on e-coated copper, $6.95. Now e-coating, that is, if you go and do a web search there, you can find information on e-coating, and of course you can ask our call centre for that. Just for that authority stamp that it is e-coated, of course we know it is. Now e-coating again allows your customers, or in fact you, to wear precious metals against the skin and not worry about allergies or sensitivities. It makes your findings hypoallergenic. It also creates a barrier over the top of the gold, therefore preventing the gold from tarnishing, from wearing off. Of course, over the course of a year or so, you might find a little bit of wear coming through, but that e-coating just gives it a longer life. £6.95. Now you can snip this apart and use the individual links in earrings and whatnot, or you can keep it together. Maybe it's just going to be a simple chain necklace. That would look nice on Christmas Day. It kind of takes an outfit from looking quite plain to now being all right to go out in, doesn't it? $6.95. What a wonderful, wonderful deal. And it's like, what's that? 30 centimetres, 50 centimetres? About half a metre? 38. Oh, I'll measure it for you in a minute. 38. Do you know, Linda doesn't look challenged enough.
Oh, trust me, I am. Chloe will confirm
I think we
that.
should
I'm very
challenge Linda further. If it isn't a challenge just having me next to you today, I'm going to add to the challenge, and you are going to get, actually I love your treat, I love this. It's a treat today rather than a challenge.
Right.
We should play trick or treat with the guest designers, shouldn't we? Instead of challenge, it should be trick or treat. Do you want a trick or a treat?
I definitely want a treat, please.
Okay. They do that on Heaven or Hell on Saturday Kitchen. Oh, what? We get people to text in and they decide whether you're going to be tricked or treated.
Oh, great.
Oh, I like that idea. Let's do it. This must happen next time we're all together. I'm not in tomorrow. I'm in the next day, though, I think. We're going to do trick or treat challenge. You're going to be ill that day. Linda's going to be ill that day.
No, it'll be fine. No, it'll be fine.
Angelite. I love Angelite. Anything. I just think, oh, do you know what? This has got the perfect name, this bundle. Baby shower. Oh. I love a baby shower. I love buying baby clothes.
Oh, yeah.
I texted Carol last night and told her to measure Harriet's feet, she needs riding boots. She said, just come round, don't bring riding boots. Fence off the garden, I'm bringing a pony. Have a look. She knows I will though, that's the thing. Angelite, gorgeous. Now if you are creating those christening charms, great if somebody's had twins and a girl and a boy. That's the sort of thing Chloe will do. Get them both out the way in one go. I can see you having twins, Chloe.
Don't say that.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have twins.
Don't say that.
It's just come to me, I'm sorry, it's happening.
It's a possibility as well.
Oh, is it a possibility?
My husband's a twin, isn't he?
You're going to have twins?
There's a prophecy now.
You better get this, but you know I get these things. You know what happened with me and Natalia the other day?
Yeah.
I predicted something there.
I think actually, as far as Chloe's concerned, I think that's definite. It's a definite. Look at her face. She's got that scared smile on her face.
Don't be frightened, Chloe. Don't be frightened. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Angelite. Let's talk about Angelite, because actually, you know what? Angelite is a gemstone that we don't see here very often. I've given you Angelite before. I've given it to you before, but not often. It's a treat. Do you see these sky blue? Now, if you wanted the perfect baby blue, I think Angelite represents that perfect baby blue. If you're making christening pieces, you need Angelite. Use our little rondelles. Do you know what's going to be perfect? Later on, we've got some rondelles. I want you to use these as halos on top of the Angelite rounds. Like actual angels, yeah. So put that as a halo on top of the, oh, whoops-a-daisy. I'm trying, Ryan. I've not got the precision you've got. stay. See your little angel halos. And then you do a bigger round underneath for the body. And some wings. Little charm. You know how Gemma Crow does the wish bracelet charms? We could do that. Have you got that, Cass? In that, you could do that. You could make a little charm and it could be your, you know, make a wish for the baby kind of thing. 3 perfect strands is what Linda's got. Now, we do things differently on different shift sizes. Today I'm on a different one than I was on yesterday. Kim teases people all day. That's the kind of girl she is over the challenge. But Laura's kind. She's going to go straight in there. I mean, Kim's kind sometimes. Laura's going to go straight in there and give you a fabulous price tag. Your blue Angelite rounds are 8 mil. They'd be wonderful in soutache. They're perfect for a beady bead. I'm just thinking they gotta be angels, christening wish angels. And you've gotta love that pink coat called Coated Quartz. 7 to 9 mil, slight graduation. And you've got 3 mil rounds in your blue quartz as well. For £14.95, you're getting an incredible deal. You've got 3 wonderful, and by the way, isn't Angelite normally about that price tag? What's going on here today? £14.95, isn't it wonderful? Don't forget you get a 30-day money-back guarantee with absolutely everything that you buy from us here at Jewellery Maker, because we love you. And you know what? Use your debit card or your credit card. If you're dialing today and you're calling from a UK landline, it's free phone. If you are making your first order with us, you won't just get the gemstones, you'll also get a free tutorial DVD that takes you through all the steps of jewellery making, lots of the basics. You will get that with your first order. You will also get a book, a JM Hub book, step by step. There's your DVD. The DVD. And you get all the information on our workshops and tutorials. So if you're living in the UK, or if you're not, and you just want to fly on over, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? If we had overseas visitors. Yeah, let's do that now. So, Linda, early thoughts on your challenge today, my darling?
Yeah, I have. I've just found a little bit of memory wire, ring memory wire, which I'm trying to make, well, I am making sort of 3 sort of charms with the memory wire and bits and bobs. And I'm just going to see what they look like now on a necklace. I can see it in my head.
All right, you can see, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
you know, but you can't quite explain it.
Yeah, that's
it'll change
exactly,
anyway.
Yeah.
It always does. If you're anything like, or do you normally follow a route and stick to it?
No, very rarely. I mean, sometimes you know you're on an absolute winner, and you
just go with it.
But sometimes just the sheer beauty of the gemstone changes that little bit of foresight, really, and you think, no, I'm going to go up there. And that's seriously when the gemstone starts to chat to you.
It is, the colours, what they go with.
Very strange.
We don't talk about that, do we? Do you remember? Do you remember what the doctor said?
Yeah, I know.
We don't tell people about our talking gemstone moments, all right? That's just what happens when we have wine. Now, my, has Linda had a treat in her kits? You can tell she works here and can get into our sister. I'm gonna have that one, because this is one of those. It's gorgeous. You've got pearls. Linda and I are massive fans of pearls. They're elegant, they're beautiful. In fact, every single strand here you need. You've got 2 strands of pearls here, one in the mulled wine and one in the deep pink. I am already, was it freezing cold when you got out of bed this morning? I'm already enjoying the sound of a nice mulled wine to come home to. I think I might get one going in the slow cooker, so that when I'm at work all day, I know it's waiting for me. Or hot chocolate, yeah. An Irish hot chocolate is what you like, is it? Bit of Baileys in it, it's nice that, yes. Not in the morning though, all right? My dad used to have Baileys coffee for breakfast, is that wrong? It probably is, isn't it? Now, have a look at this. A lovely blend of shades here. Really love the fact that, well, these are definitely freshwater pearls. As soon as you put them against the skin, you know they're real pearls. Of course, we know that real pearls are a couple of degrees below whatever temperature its surroundings are. So when you put them on your skin, they will automatically feel cooler. And so that's one way of actually testing whether a pearl is real or not. The other one is to bite it. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not recommending that you do that. Well, of course, you don't need to worry because everything that you buy from us here can be traced right back to its original source. And these are just beautiful. You can download certificates of authenticity, of course. Now, Cherish is the name of this kit. And I think if you are thinking now about Christmas, which we all are, aren't we? Let's face it, we've got summer out the way. Weather's looking a bit rubbish, thinking a little bit about what we're going to do for Halloween, thinking a little bit about what we're doing for bonfire night, but then the biggie is there waiting. It's going to be Christmas. And this is the strand. These two strands are strands that you definitely want. So those cranberry pearls are 8 by 7, and the plum, I like that, the plummy pearls, plummy pink, are 7 by 5. Now you get a double strand of labradorite chips here, and I've got to say the Labrador essence is awesome. Have a look. Don't you just love labradorite? The Canadian gemstone, as it's dubbed. It's found around other parts of the world now, but actually was discovered in the state of Labrador in Canada. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love labradorite, do you? I love Labradors. I love Canada. So I love this strand. I do, I love it, I love it. Have you ever been? Do you know, Canadian women, I notice, I know I always tell you this, when I used to go out there a lot, so many coloured pearls out there, that lovely, beautiful pieces of jewellery that Canadian women are wearing, lots of pearls. Now, have a look. I really love this strand of agate. Now, it reminds me of a winter basket, kind of harvest festival colours, the plums, the blackberries, the gooseberry tones. Love it. Really deep, crackly colours. You've got strawberries in there as well. I love it. Don't you love a harvest fruit basket? Brand new today. Oh, stop everything. Look at everything else. Now you are absolutely spoilt with this kit, Linda Rooney. You've got 0.4 wire antique bronze, 10 metres of it. And then you've got 0.8, 10 metres of it. Then, I love it when this happens, and I know you do too. Colour beading thread, much prefer it. It just goes, doesn't it? And it's going to go so well. It's going to go so well with your bronze findings, isn't it? Look at this, a metre of it. Do you know what look good? Have you ever done swelligant? I love it. These look particularly good with a bit of verdigris. Love it. I am obsessed with swelligant at the moment. All of our knobs are being swelliganted at home, our drawer knobs and things like that. They just look good, don't they? Because if you go into a shabby chic store to buy a drawer knob, they're like £8 or £9 each. Yep. You know, if you've got 8 drawers, I could just get a bottle of swelligant and do it all, and it looks great. I did go through a bit of a phase of decoupaging everything. That's finished now. I'm now moving on to swelligant. We go through these little crafty phases in our life, don't we? I'm definitely thinking vintage with this kit, but I'm certainly thinking Christmas jewellery. I love the warmth coming from these, and I love what Linda's done, and I know you're going to too. HGC03, it's called Cherish. And it's just £21.95. How wonderful is this kit? Let's go and see. Actually, before we do that, before we go and see, I just want to give you the dimensions of your gems. Your plum coloured Baroque pearls are 7 by 5. Your cranberry, 8 by 7. You've got 150 carats in your multicoloured crackled agate. Those are 14 by 10. And your labradorites are 3 by 2 to 11 by 3. So we're talking about creating classic pieces, Christmas pieces maybe, just beautiful pieces of jewellery. Let's take a look at Linda's gorgeous designs. It's good to, oh my gosh, and I love that. This is amazing. You're brilliant. Love that. Oh, I love these earrings. You've done something I've never seen that.
Okay, good, because that's what I want to demo, so
I
good.
love that. What's it reminding me of? I just love it. I think they're beautiful.
Oh, good.
They're so vintage.
The two colours of pearls go really well together.
Oh, I
particularly
love
with
those.
The antique bronze.
Aren't you good?
And the crackled agate. I mean,
did you love it?
It's what I call jewel colours. You know, if somebody said to me, describe jewel colours, this is what I would show them that strand and say this is just so jewel-esque.
It's funny that you should say
beautiful.
jewel, because I was listening to a programme last night and they were talking about precious jewels, and I said, I thought to myself, we don't use the word jewel a lot, we say gem.
It's a lovely word, isn't
jewel,
it?
I thought that as well.
Yeah, it is, and coloured gemstones are really big at the minute.
Isn't this good? Look at the wire wrap pendant. Did you use gizmo on this?
No, it's just that little basket weave
Oh
that
yes,
goes
and then you
between
twisted
and then
it.
twisted it, yeah.
How wonderful. Can I just show you the earrings again from the side, if Chloe doesn't mind? I'm going to show you these earrings from the side because it's the loopage that it looks very Victorian.
I hadn't thought of that before, but
Because
I
of
think,
the
I
way
think
they're
the
looping.
inspiration is the shepherd hook earring findings to begin with.
I love
Possibly.
them.
So just sort of continuing that thing. Very simple, obviously, but just a little bit different, using the wire again as a decorative theme.
They're going missing. I'm sure Chloe's going to steal those. Let's see. And then give them to me. Now, let's see. How did you start those?
Right. Well, in your pack of findings, obviously, we've got a menagerie of everything that we possibly need to make. Everything I've made there has come from the whole kit, nothing extra. So in the kit, as I've just mentioned, we've got the shepherd hook earring findings, which became my inspiration really for these earrings. So you also get the head pins, which are the ones with a little bobble on for anybody who's new and is watching, which standardly are used as a little stopper. So it's just that little bobble on the end, which we tend to use when we first start making jewellery as a little stopper, and if you're going to make an earring from it, obviously your gemstone will drop there and stay there, and have this little decorative. You can get flat ones, but this little decorative little ball on the end is just the icing on the cake. But to make the earrings, I simply took my round nose pliers and pop them by that little ball on the end and go in about 1 or 2 mil. Try and remember, even if you want to put a little mark on there, try and remember where you were when you did this next little manoeuvre and bring it round, okay? Just like so. So we've just got that little loop there now.
Okay.
And then obviously do exactly the same again, because we're using 2 of the head pins. So exactly the same distance again, bring it up towards you. And then what I would suggest you do then is do the other matching pair for the other earring. And then when you want to put these 2 together, obviously the other earring needs to be the same. So what I tend to do is use my flat nose pliers where that little bit of change is. There's a little bit of change there, a little bit of a groove. Just take it the end just to there, do a little bend on it, so that's a marker, and then trim off. Okay, do exactly the same for the other pair. Then all we need to do now is to see whether that's going to give me enough, which it is. See, it's just 2 different
I really
little
like
levels
that. It's so
there,
simple, but I
okay?
really love it.
And then, but what we have to think of then is attaching them before we wind them on to sort of gel together. Is we have to think of how we're going to add them onto the earring finding. So again, exactly the same. It's just pop the one into that where that little sort of difference is there, that little measurement. Turn it over at a right angle. Pop your round nose pliers in and do a simple loop. Just bring it back and do a simple loop. Exactly the same on the other one. So again, just where that changes, turn it around to 90 degrees, simple loop with your round nose pliers and put it back. Always pushing tension on this finger here, which is probably why I've got so much damage on my finger here, which I apologise for. Is just pull that back so that you've got a nice loop. And then we need to take some of the 4mm wire that you've got in the kit and take off more than that you think you're going to need, and then get the 2 that you've just made, okay, and pop them. Actually, I didn't do that, did I? I put the loop on the end afterwards. So let me just do another one of those.
I'll pop them on the overhead as well.
Yeah, let me
just
do another one of those, because what I've done is I've wrapped. Let me just trim that off. That's the quickest way. Let me trim that off. Sorry, let's rewind that.
Yeah.
Just do your loop on the one, okay,
Right.
and not on the other.
Okay.
And then put them 2 together, and then sandwich them together. So just literally take your 4mm wire and start as near as you can to the top, and just literally wind around until you've covered the one that hasn't got the loop. Then move the wire up and then continue that down to the point at which, this is obviously it's a mechanic, but it's also decorative. Okay.
Are you having to apply quite a lot of tension to
get it uniform, and then we can move them both out. So now we can trim. You can spend a little bit more time than I have to make it just that little bit neater, and then trim off your excess on both ends. Let's just get that so it doesn't look too and then use your flat nose pliers to push the little bits of excess wire in. And then all we need to do then is make a charm, as it were. Now you can use another eye pin or a head pin, whichever you want to use, but because we've got so much wire in the kit, we might as well save the made findings and use them, you know, later on in the kit. So we can make a little head pin by taking the end of the wire, doing a little loop back, which is going to act as the stopper, pop the pearl on, use that as the stopper, round nose pliers, just take it down top of the gemstone, push away from you, flick the wrist around, bring it back over the top, and then using the earring findings that you've just made, is pop that through and let it dangle literally onto there, which is what I find is by far the easiest way to finish off your loop. Pop the round nose pliers back in and then wrap around. Okay, and trim off your excess.
And then you know you've just got it in the exact right position then.
In the right position, trim off your excess, and then simply take your flat nose pliers and push this in a little bit further. Okay, you can do it with your fingers if you want to. If you've got strong hands, you can do it with your fingers, which I think I will do because it keeps turning around. Just push that into the perpendicular so that that's not going to slip off.
Perpendicular.
I think that's what it's called.
It's a good word, Chloe, isn't it?
I think it is. I think that's what it's called. And then simply make another in the little pale pink one, which I've done here, but I finished wrapping it off in the hope that I can just pop it on, which I can, and push together. And then all you need to do is to get your earring finding, your shepherd hook earring findings, pop that through the hole there, pull it round, and you've got your earring. And then you just need to make another one exactly the same. And to be honest, I've made a necklace at home with these drops as well, which a friend of mine saw these on Saturday and she said, oh, I really like that, but I'd like one as a centre drop to match the earrings. So I've just made that. So, you know, again, work through the box, look at that and think, yeah, that would look quite nice. Make them all different lengths, not necessarily equal in any way, shape or form, but odd lengths, and put them all together and just make a stash of them, and then pop them onto the beading tray, see how it looks, and then think, yeah, that's a necklace, and it's a bit of a different look necklace. You know, you will get clients that look at things, and I get a lot of people who say, I like that earring, but I'd like that charm as a bracelet. I'd like that earring, but I'd like a necklace to match. So always make an extra couple. When you come over something that's fairly new that you haven't done before, it might be worth making up just an extra one of, popping them in a box, one of the boxes that come with our the plastic containers. Put one in, and then it always inspires you.
Or
next
you
time,
can say,
basically.
if someone comes along and goes, oh, I'd love the necklace match, you can say, aha, well, I can quickly make it
time and time
for
again,
you.
I make things and then they've gone. As you just said earlier, they've gone. It's gone somewhere into cyberspace. But if I make something that I'm particularly happy with, and it's not too time consuming, I'll make another one to inspire me with a different gemstone at another time.
I love this, and it's so simple, but I've never seen it, and I really love it. I think these earrings are absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'm going to pop them on the back on the stand so you can have a good old look at how stunning they are. Look, it's just the way they loop, and I love the wraps, and I just feel there's kind of something very Victorian about them, don't you think?
I think the antique bronze and the pearls is the Victorian look, isn't it?
Yeah, I just adore those. I think they're beautiful. I'd buy those in a heartbeat. Now, you're going to need to buy this kit in a heartbeat because it is very, very limited now. Do check out baskets. If you've got this in an unchecked basket online, make sure you are checking out, because I don't want anyone missing out on this one. Now, you've been inspired by the wonderful Linda. It's time for you to inspire us on the Wall of Fame.
I like simple designs.
I love this. Well, yesterday you missed Beryl, who came in on the Sunday Experience, and she had such a beautiful silver quartz necklace on that she'd made with hematite ovals.
I was watching the show.
Oh,
yes,
it was gorgeous,
yes, it was, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, and
yes,
it just makes such elegant jewellery.
Definitely.
This is from Sheila Davis in Stafford. Do you know something? I know somebody called Sheila Davis. Isn't this weird?
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yeah. I can't think of. I can't put a face to the name though. Sheila Davis. Sheila Davis.
No, it'll come.
Me. Morning, you lovely jewellery makers. She can't just not have the limelight for 5 minutes.
Absolutely not. No, when she's probably lying in bed now. Yeah, actually, with a cup of tea watching.
Yeah, pretending to be a different Sheila Davis. In Stafford, likely story.
She used to live in Stafford, actually.
Well, there we go then. I'm sure this is from the real Sheila Davis in Stafford, not our fake Sheila Davis. Morning, you lovely jewellery makers. She's at home going, how dare you? I can hear her in my ear. Morning, you lovely jewellery makers. Attached is this week's entry for the Wall of Fame. I made it for a 21st birthday present from Mystic Faceted Silver Quartz. Don't you love it? I love it. Silver flash copper beads and findings from JM. Hope you agree the end result looks stunning. I have just seen the 8mm on the Saturday show and totally agree with Jenny and Gemma that they are absolutely stunning. Thank you, Sheila, for agreeing. Good luck to everyone from Sheila Davis in Stafford. Maybe our Sheila Davis, maybe not. I don't know. But whichever Sheila Davis you are, gorgeous. Jeez, you're a monkey, you are. Don't start what you can't finish.
No, exactly. Yeah, you'll be beaten up later. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it's a fabulous email. I'm really looking forward to reading it out. This is number 427.
I love the velvet that they've put this on.
And this is from Claire in Wales. And Claire said, "Hi all at Jewellery Maker. I stumbled upon your channel a couple of weeks ago, and I became instantly addicted. I spent a small fortune already, but have got to work straight away creating."
She's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Got to work straight away creating mini personal masterpieces. I sent you pictures of my very first attempt at a jewellery set consisting of gemstones from hematite variety bundle that I received last week with rose gold chain and findings also bought from Jewellery Maker. The only problem I have, other than my bank balance, is that I want to do everything all at once, but there just aren't enough hours in the day. I'm hoping I'll be able to sell my jewellery so that I can fuel this exciting new hobby, and who knows, even give up work. Well, it's okay to dream. I love you all. You're all fantastic and mad as a box of frogs, just like me. and that's Claire in Wales. Claire, that's fabulous. I'm so glad that you found us and that's the way you feel, because we're all a bit like that here. We are mad, but we love being
You gotta
mad.
be. You gotta
But that's
do you know,
stunning.
for your first attempt at a jewellery
stunning.
set,
Yes, it really is.
Some things you're just born to do, because my first attempt did not look anything like
absolutely.
that.
No, it's
I
gorgeous,
did
isn't
big
it?
stretches for about 6 months.
Yeah, so did
And
I.
then earrings.
Yeah,
and
earrings,
that was
that's it. Yeah, that's stunning, Claire. Well done.
Oh, Claire, you're amazing. And look at this.
That's
What's this? Is this a twister tool?
Yep, looks like it.
Oh, how, isn't it beautiful? I love, these power shell hearts are gorgeous. We must keep this. Next time we bring the power shell hearts out, show you what you can do. It's absolutely gorgeous. Number 430 from Leslie in the Isle of Man. I've never been to the Isle of Man, have you?
No, I haven't.
Would love to go. Do you have to get on a boat?
Well, it's an island, so I presume you do.
You could swim. I'd get one of them rubber rings and just hope for the best.
Lilac.
Where are you going, Jen? I don't know. Morning to all you lovely JM people. Here is my latest entry to the Wall of Fame. A bib necklace inspired by the wonderful Gemma Crow, made with power shell, twisted turquoise wire and wire mesh, all from my stash, made into a braid. This is now on display in the Manx Craft gift shop.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, which we've just opened in Douglas on the Isle of Man. How wonderful. I've just been on the bridal workshop with Sheila, which was brilliant. I must have met you then. And I'll be sending those designs in soon. Hope I'm lucky this week, and I've spent far too much. Hey, you could be spending your money on worse things, my darling. Leslie in the Isle of Man, well done for having your jewellery displayed. That is gorgeous. You're number 430.
Beautiful. This
Polymer
is 4 to 8, and this is
clay.
absolutely stunning.
I love
what
it.
they call that technique. I read about it.
It's not witchetty grub, is
in
it?
Debbie's book, I read about this.
I love
the
that
other night,
book.
this one, and I forgot what it's called now. And this is from Penny. It's 428 Penny in Nottingham, just up the road. The summer's nearly over. But I'm still wearing this summery necklace that I made. I used sculpted clay and wire, all from Jewellery Maker. I was so inspired by the designers. Keep up the good work. And I say that's Penny in Nottingham. That is lovely, isn't it? It is
gorgeous.
Very summery. It's
Well done,
beautiful.
Pen. I
Beautiful.
absolutely think this is fabulous. Look, when we went to France, these were everywhere, and Sarah Alvin said the same. I told you my son spent all his holiday money on blinking Shambhala bracelets. I kept saying to him, listen, Max, I can get you these from work. No, I want to buy them. They're just so fashionable, aren't they?
Are, yeah,
These
they're
are
always have been.
fabulous. And these are from Fiona West, who says, I would like to send this entry to the Wall of Fame because I've been working on wish bracelets. You know I love wish bracelets for the past month, and I've been working on how to make these look really good. And I added beads to make it more pretty. I've sold quite a few and have many ranges of colours. Thank you very much. Good luck with your wish bracelets, Fiona, because they are wonderful. I love the sentiment of a wish bracelet. They're huge in the United States of America, aren't they?
Yeah,
Everybody's wearing these wish bracelets. I think the US of A. I think they're fabulous. Let's know how you get on, Fiona. They're gorgeous. Well done. Now, I've noticed a little soutache monkey to my left. I love that. It looks like a monkey.
I went to see Lion King.
I want to go and see Lion King. Is that what inspired you?
Well, I think it must have done.
This is amazing. Yes, it's the monkey that hits him over the head with a stick.
Yeah. I didn't actually, when I actually put it onto the bust at home, I thought...
Rafiki, that's it.
I thought, it reminds me of something. I went to see Lion King 2-3 weeks ago.
Was it amazing? I want to take the kids so badly.
It's the second time I've seen it.
Where did you go? In London?
I saw it in Birmingham this time. I've seen it in London.
Is it in Birmingham?
Actually, I've seen it 3 times because I've seen it in New York.
You saw it in New York?
I saw it in New York.
I can't believe this. You saw it in New York.
I did.
We spoil you.
I know.
I'm going to go for a coffee. Now...
Coffee.
A coffee. You want a coffee?
I'll have a
Come on,
coffee.
let's go have a
Let's go
coffee.
have a
We're going to
coffee.
be right back after we've had a coffee. We got some gorgeous things for you. Look at this barrel. Look at it. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible for all of the different ways you shop online, and now it's even easier using a mobile phone or tablet. Once you have added your items to your shopping basket, you can decide to check out now or save for later. Saving an item for later means you can easily find them in your own time, but don't forget to check back soon, as all our items are selling fast. One of just a few changes that will make buying jewellery from us even easier.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Here at Jewellery Maker, our in-house gemologists don't just check and verify the gemstones, but they give the final seal of quality control.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Would you like to try a new hobby? Then why not give us a call on 0800 644 655 and we'll send you a free copy of our DVD and booklet to help you get started. You don't even need to make an order. Get involved with Jewellery Maker.
That's the Scale Mail Masterclass with Cherry there coming up for you. Now it's all about Beryl. Not Beryl from our Sunday experience. Our early bird, I'm so sorry we had ever such a lot, but they've gone and sold out. Let's talk to you about Beryl. Beryl is a very important gemstone family group. It includes some of the world's most stunningly beautiful gemstones: heliodor, aquamarine, morganite, to name but a few. Now imagine having a strand in your collection that is so morganite heavy. I'd go as far as to say there's probably more morganite than any other gemstone in this strand. Morganite is a gemstone that was launched by Tiffany & Co. It's said to have been in the Marilyn Monroe collection. And what a gorgeous, stunning icon that lady was. Have a look at these subtle, pretty colours and imagine them in stretchy bracelets with a silver stardust rondelle in the middle with a little charm. Don't you think that sounds like something you'd see in one of those expensive charm bracelet companies? How expensive would it be if it was boasting the qualities that this strand is boasting? Aquamarine, morganite and heliodor. Aquamarine, of course, if you take yourself to Bond Street, you will see so much aquamarine. It's huge. Jewellers love it, don't they? You know what? They surround aquamarine with diamonds because they just really set them off together. I think aquamarine is worth getting in your gemstone stash if you want to create jewellery that you want to have valued. I'd say the same about Russian diopside. I'd say the same about morganite. These are gemstones that jewellers, high-end jewellers, use, embrace, adore. Fashion icons love this gemstone. Put these with pearls, put these in earrings. Now, I would make stud earrings out of these. I would use them. If I was thinking on a business level, I'd use these individually. Maybe I'd put Actually, I'd make some stud earrings, maybe little drop earrings, pendants. These could be, I mean, the aquamarine absolutely could be a bridal pendant, couldn't it? Lovely silver loop, little cluster. What about earrings, just like Linda just created? To have such romantic gemstones in your stash to make beautiful gifts from is a joy. Now, Linda, we see strands like this once in a blue moon. I know we see a lot of aquamarine, we see some multi-beryl strands, but to have a strand that has such a heavy amount of morganite in it, because normally we only get 1 or 2 pieces, don't we? Is that special for you?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, morganite is a very, very special gemstone. Very high end, very... I mentioned earlier that coloured gemstones are really on trend now for gemstone use in high-end jewellers, and very big designers are using coloured gemstone. And beryl being one of them, because they have that choice. So obviously you can always, with a gemstone, if you're making a pair of earrings, say, don't worry too much. They don't have to be spot on as a matching pair, because they're gemstone. That's not the point, is it? Because it's a gemstone, every single solitary one is unique. So consequently you can have, I mean, you can even put a morganite and an aquamarine, you know, morganite on one side and an aquamarine on the other. Of course you can, because it is in the same family gemstone. That's a joy, that strand, an absolute joy. I mean, if you want to be really precious about those gemstones, then obviously separate them, put one on a silver chain and use earrings. But if not, you know, please just restrand them, put one of those beautiful rose quartz clasps that we had the other day with the silver around,
the cabochons,
or the black onyx, the cabochon ones.
Yeah. And we had a moonstone one that was gorgeous.
Exactly. The moonstone would be absolutely precious, wouldn't it? And make that a real beautiful piece of very plain, sophisticated, high-end jewellery that you will bring out time and time again, because it's so wearable.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, the key word being simple, simplistic jewellery.
Gemstone doing the work.
Elegance. I think this strand deserves that elegance. I wouldn't go bam, big feature piece. I'd go delicate, soft, classy, timeless piece. Mix them with pearls perhaps, rosary link them perhaps. What are you going to do with yours? GGP 78, 290 carats of 10 mil beryl. So morganite heavy. At just £17.95. You're getting so much aquamarine, you're getting so much beryl, you're getting so much beauty, class, sophistication. And there are lots of you on the phone lines. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 0800 644 655. If you're dialing from a UK landline, it's free. So there's no hassles. If you're buzzing around in hyperspace, check out your basket, because I don't want you missing out on this one. How excited are you by soutache? Do you know what soutache is? Chloe, could you just answer me a question? When are we going to expect our soutache DVD? It's in. When did we do it? Oh yes, of course we did it with the masterclass, didn't we? What's wrong with me? We're going to do another projects one. That's in the pipeline. That's what I'm getting confused at. But they don't know that yet, so I wasn't supposed to say anything. Brilliant. Okay. Meow, meow, mouth. Great. Now, soutache. In fact, may I please have Rafiki?
There's a piece up there, Jen, as well.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Oh, look. Just walk away from me, says Chloe. Don't you worry. You've only got a show to do. I love what you've done. You are just wonderful at this. And you know what? It's easy.
It is very easy.
It's easy. If you think you can't, you can, you can, you can. Can you sew the normal stitch that you learnt at school? Cass, can you do that? The school stitch. Innie outie, innie outie, innie outie, innie outie. Can you do innie outie? Ryan can do innie outie. I can just about do innie outie. If you can do that, you can stitch the ditch, and that's what it's all about. Look at this. Stitching the ditch, what does that mean? Going through where the fibres meet in your soutache, which you'll see in a minute. Going through. Now come on, get rid of these fits of giggles. By innie outie I meant the stitch. Now stop it. Now have a look. Have a look at what you've got here. So what I'm talking about is stitching the ditch, which means the fibre of the soutache meets like this. So you get a ditch in the middle. If you put your stitch through that ditch, you can see the ditch probably here. Put your stitch through the ditch, and that's about as hard as it gets. You put it on some foundation board. I find that a lot easier. I've had a little fiddle. I haven't done a piece. I've just had a little play. I haven't made a piece totally and entirely yet. But I love it, and I really promise you. Okay, it's like a knitting project. It's not going to happen in 2 seconds. If you've got time to sit for a couple of hours, then that's fine. If you like to take something to bed with you, like a book or your sewing or your knitting, you're going to love soutache. And soutache is just something that's going to create, I think you start small and then you just start getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more amazing. Now you can see that Linda said to us she went to see Lion King and was inspired by that. I love this Rafiki. I think it's just amazing using those gemstone knives, and it's that big. I love it. I love it. Now look, you can do all sorts of things, bridal. So of course, typically soutache being the embellishments that we had on the uniform of the sergeants and the soldiers. And actually it's still used now, isn't it, in the uniform, like when they're doing their pass-out parades and they all wear their proper uniforms.
Right, yeah, on the epaulettes and things.
Yes, aren't they wonderful?
Very, very big in Eastern Europe. And it has been for centuries, to be honest.
I was asking my dad about soutache because if you know this or if you don't, my dad does film sets and TV, and he was just been doing Dracula, and he's gone straight into doing Frankenstein from Dracula. And we were talking about, I said, listen, because he was making he makes random things sometimes, like he was making all of the things for the horses, so he's doing all the saddle cloths and things like that and making everything. And I said, do you know about soutache? He said, oh yeah, I can do that. And I went, you can do, because my dad can sew, he can make amazing things, and he can do this. And he said, oh gosh, yeah, you have to be able to do that because it's an ancient thing, you know. And when they're doing a film where there's cavalry or anything like that, you have to be able to do it. And I didn't know this, but my dad can soutache. He can also take a drink or two. Now, but he can soutache too. Now, let me tell you what you're getting, and please grab our DVD. It's wonderful. It's just £4.95. We're going to give you that in just a second. So I know you want to get soutaching. And by the way, thank you so much for all of your wonderful Wall of Fame entries on this, because soutache is something we've been waiting for ages. Why didn't we bring it to you 6 months ago? Well, I'll tell you. Because we got the soutache cord in, and we thought, you know what? We want better quality. We had to wait ages for this. That is the God's honest truth. We could not find the right supplier for this. We found it. Now this is Bead Smith Soutache, which is the best. I have it on good authority that this is the best soutache cord there is. Look at the colours that you're getting. Look at all these colours, and it's so important to mix your colours when you're doing soutache. Well done to everybody that's had a dabble already. Don't you love it? And if you haven't, you must. Wouldn't this be wonderful at Christmas time? And it's just great, not just for jewellery, but also for your haberdashery. If you're thinking about, you know, doing things for the home, these are wonderful embellishments on cushions. They look amazing on cushions.
That's how I started soutache many years ago, was just using the soutache cords, and it's just recently that I've started using gemstones with it.
If you're into fashion, you'll want to put this on clothing. You'll want to make brooches out of this to tie up your scarves with. Soutache is big news in the design industry. You need to get involved. Look at these earrings using gemstones, using other mediums, mixed mediums. It's a wonderful thing to do. MJG C81, we have the 2 shades of green, the dusky pink, the silver, the lemon, the gold, the bright pink, the burnt orange, and the peach. Go and check out YouTube. We've got Linda's masterclass on there, and she is wonderful at giving you a full explanation. You can buy your foundation board and all sorts of other treats to go with, and your needles on our website. Right now it's all about stacking up on as many colours for your Christmas presents as you possibly can at just £11.95. You're getting all of these. How many metres? Is it a metre on each? Let me see. Doop, doop, doop. 3 yards. What? How much? Now, yesterday we were talking about grams and kilograms, and my children, even my 8-year-old, knew the difference and how many were in what. And my son said to me, "I can't actually believe how stupid you are." And I went, "I know. It's horrible, isn't it?" I don't know what we were talking about, but what's a yard? Did you say you knew what it was?
Well, a yard's 36 inches, if you can work in inches.
So you've got 3 yards in each?
Yeah, 36 inches, as opposed to a metre is 40 inches.
Oh, so it's just under a
So
metre.
it's just under,
so you've got
yeah.
just under 3
Just
metres.
under 3 metres,
Okay,
yeah.
fine, that makes sense. I'm rubbish with anything measury. I'm still pounds and stone. That's how I do everything. £11.95, I'm terrible. There's lots of you on the phone lines for this. I can't. Do you know it? Laura's saying, "Oh, you must warn everybody it's limited stock now." So that's what I'm doing. I'm warning you, it's limited stock. Check out. If you've got this in a basket, check it out. Don't miss out. I want to see your pieces in the Wall of Fame. I can't wait to hear your stories about who's received it as a gift. Please text us in and let us know how it's gone down. 60777 JM Studio, followed by your message. You're getting 24 metres in total. Over 24 metres in total is what you're getting. You can't argue with that at £11.95. So what's that per metre? I mean, I haven't got the brain to work it out myself, but I'm sure there is somebody that can.
It's incredibly competitive, I know that, because soutache is quite a difficult thing to find.
It's the quality we're trying to look
without
for.
shadow of a doubt, yeah. And when I was looking for it, the quality, trying to do the research, then I know from what I was looking at then and looking at prices that this is really, really competitive. And one point I should say with that particular bundle is I've met several people who have tried. Funnily enough, I was served by a lady in the supermarket the other day. I'd got a jewellery making magazine. She said, "Oh, should I look?" And she looked, "Oh," she said, "Linda from Jewellery Maker."
Did she?
And we were talking about soutache, and she tried it. And she said, strangely enough, she absolutely loved it, and she started with the neutrals, but she was now moving on to the brights, because the brights were what were making her jewellery really form, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So when you start on something and you've got sort of a neutral background, that's fair enough, but you need the brighter gemstones with it. So when you've got neutral gemstones, particularly something like the beryls and that, and you've got those bright soutache cords, it really works somehow because you see the soutache pattern forming.
I just think it's magic how it comes together, and you really, I think you start off being sort of, "Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this, but I'll give it a go." And when it starts happening, you're like, "It's happening. I can do it. I can actually do this." It's like when you start swimming or when you start, you're like, I'm doing it. I'm not killing myself.
It is. I think it's the definition of creativity, soutache, actually. It's very, very creative.
It is, and I actually think, Linda, I don't consider myself a creative. I can write. I'm rubbish at everything else that's creative.
We all have difference with the creativity, yeah.
When I did this, I didn't expect to actually be able to do it.
It is. It's a very much an eye-opener, isn't it? And it's so therapeutic. It's so lovely. And it's such a beautiful end product as well.
Oh, it is. This is actually the key. Let me just give you another sneaky peek. If you want to be able to create... Now, Linda was inspired by Rafiki because she went to see the Lion King. I'm so jealous of that. Mm-hmm. Mia used to look like Nala when she was a baby. Look at that. I just think it's fabulous. Everybody's going, "We're going to go and see it. We're going to go and see it." You've got to go. I want to go. Chloe, come with me. We'll go around and see. What do you mean no? I'm all right for going with you. Listen, Chloe, just arrange our Christmas party. I know what I want to do. I've got a great idea for our Christmas party. I think we should hire that place where it's a karaoke place and you just have the whole room for the night and you take your own drink and food. And then we film the whole lot. That would be perfect. Gosh. I mean, we've all seen Debbie Bolford when she's had a few. Now we're going to get this on camera and we're going to sell it in a DVD. I'm going to give you the... and don't even get started with Sheila and Linda.
Behind the scenes at Jewellery Maker.
Wouldn't it be lovely?
Yeah.
$4.95 for your soutache DVD. Information for that is on the bottom of your screen. Your item code is TEGC18. Together with myself and Jenny Argyle, the two Jens, double trouble, you're going to be able to learn how to stitch your ditch with gemstones, making a beaded chain and more. Loads of different projects on there. The koala project, loads of different things on there for you to be inspired by. There is another one coming soon, with a few more cheeky projects. Will we be able to create Rafiki perhaps on the next DVD? Now, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. Come on, Cass, for the rest of your days. She's good, listen. Philosophy. Hakuna. Everyone's singing, but you can't. There's now going, when I was a young warthog. My favourite is, are you aching for some bacon? That's my favourite. I always sing this. I always sing that in the morning to Max. Are you aching for some bacon? You could be a big pig too. Woo! Oh dear. I think I just had kids so that I could watch Disney all over again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just being sort of with the grandchildren now. The little ones are just getting into Disney.
How old are they now?
17 months. There's 3 at 17 months, and then there's the 3-year-olds, and they're all into it now.
Christmas is going to be glorious in your house this year.
It's great. Oh yeah.
She's stressed about. No, she's not. She's very happy about Christmas.
I'm just thinking of all the time I'm going to take making the house look like a Christmas grotto, and then 3 17-months-old will come in, bang!
Yeah, but it's their little faces. It's worth it.
It's their little faces.
You're like Lee. He has a heart. Oh, they're wearing shoes in the house. I'm like, come on, let's run through the house and go wild and throw pillows at each other. And Lee's there like. Have a look. Do you know something? Actually, these are perfect. These are perfect for soutache, these rounds. Have a look. Chloe just said to me, as a friend, don't ever do that face again. Oh, Chloe, you have to you've got to let all your faces out. Why, what did I look like I was hatching? That's my hatching face. Have a look. I always said that when Max was born, he looked like he'd come out of he'd hatched out of an egg. Like a little baby dinosaur. Have a look. I love these Labradorites. Look at that Labradorescence. It's fantastic. And Linda, of course, used a big Labradorite in the centre of Rafiki. These are perfect. I love Apatite. Do you think they're Google Earth blue? Or is Apatite? Look at the striking Labradorescence coming from the Labradorite. Gorgeous. And you've got to have this. You've got to have this stone. I'd actually say this is a real mixed bag of treats here, because I'd use the moonstone together with the Labradorite. That hematite's going on its own, and so is the apatite. I love doing rosary links with round gemstones because they look really good. They're really easy. They look professional, like they're bought from a jeweller's, and they make the perfect gifts. I'm going to give you a price tag that you would expect to pay for either one of the strands of rainbow moonstone or labradorite. Yesterday, one of our lovely Sunday experience ladies said to me, "Labradorite's magic, isn't it?" And yeah, I do believe it is.
It is definitely magical. Magical, definitely.
Can you imagine in ancient times, the sort of thing that people would write poetry about? A gemstone that's got such an amazing power to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you can see, sometimes, you know, whether you believe in myths and legends and sort of things like that at all is up to you, but I get it. Can you imagine? I can see why there's an old folk tales about certain things. Look at Labradorite. In years ago, they must have seen this as a magical gemstone.
Well, definitely, because in those days they didn't have the ways to enhance things as well. And labradorite is one of those gemstones that is probably the same today as it was then.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen often because we know about heat treatment, we know about the buffing and polishing. You see this gemstone in the rough and it's amazing. Yeah, it is. Just magical. And the same has got to be said about moonstone. Yeah. That moon on water look, these perfect round. I do love a round. I do love. Do you? Tassels. we got to be quick. The price is crazy, and most of these have already gone on the website. And I want you to get it on the phone lines as well. Goodness gracious, they're only $12.95 for 4 strands. You've got apatite, a very highly regarded gemstone. Labradorite, well, we all love. It's your favourite gemstone, isn't it? Statistically. £3.25 a strand, isn't it? They're a little incredible value. Hematite. No, there's 4 strands, Chloe. Oh no, I've got this. Chloe went, you've got 5 there. Sorry, darling. Look, I've doubled that over, you see. I'm sorry I confused you, darling Chloe. Sorry, I confused Chloe. It's because you're still dazed and confused over my hatching face. KEG C15. Now, you're on the phone lines for this one, and most of these have gone on the website already, in all honesty, so please stay where you are. If you haven't sourced that telephone yet, you've got to be quick. I don't want you missing out. $12.95, an excellent price tag for really super quality. Now, my little darlings. Silver wire and findings. How would you like some brand new findings? Hang on a minute. Really? For free? Do you need wire? Do you need wire, yeah? Yeah? Okay, get your wire today. You're going to get brand new findings for free. 0.4 silver, our most popular wire. Oh my goodness. Have you got a picture, Chloe, of all these new findings? Oh my gosh. Oh my, are these candy beads in here? Are they sterling silver or are they silver coated? Silver and copper. Oh my goodness. You've got some gorgeous, do you know what? You need these. Look at them. You've got all that chain. Look at these findings. Oh my gosh, I want this one because that's going to make the perfect tassel, Linda, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We don't see them in square.
Gosh, I haven't seen those before.
I love these. We need them. Look at the toggle. You've got toggle clasps as well. 3 pairs of those.
Gosh, you can use that one that you've just demoed, you know, the square one. Use that with the toggle clasp and use it as a 2-strand holder.
Yes,
So
2 strands of pearls.
Yeah.
Love that idea. Now I'm going to show you this because wouldn't this be a nice frame for polymer clay cabochons?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I'd make my own cabochon, push this over the top of my polymer clay.
Yeah,
bake
resin
it.
and all of that. Yes,
Perfect.
Absolutely.
I love this. I love these new findings. What else have we got? What are these? Oh, hold the boat. Look at these, because can you see the shepherd's hooks from there? The little flowers on them. Aren't they gorgeous? You've got jump rings as well. See the flowers? Aren't they pretty? So you've got your silver, you've got 46 pieces here and you're going to get them for free. I'm going to give you the price of the wire and then you're going to get them for free. This is, again, another stash it deal. You've got to have these because do you know what? With different findings, we can create different things, can't we? Different looks. Like Linda just said, 2 strands and then put them on your toggle clasp, and you can use those square 2 loops for making a row of 2. Perfect. Circular, you're loving that. I love the ovals because I want to put them, I want to make a cabochon in polymer clay. Yesterday we had a Wall of Fame entrant that did the cameo. Oh, I loved it. 46 pieces, you've got a metre. Oh, I like this chain as well. You're going to buy the wire, you're going to get everything else for free. It's just $14.95 for all of this. What a wonderful, wonderful price tag for such a lot. This is a great deal, isn't it? Great value. So make sure you're getting these as quickly as you can. 0.4 is wonderful for your tiara twists. It's wonderful for weaving. Basket weaves are amazing with 0.4. I want to see more basket weave bracelets, by the way, please. I love this. What else are they good for? You can put them through your pearlies. Just beautiful. I love what you're getting here. You want to have a look at the oval connectors? Yeah, of course you can. Get it out. Lots of you on the phone lines. It really and truly is wonderful to have your company here this morning. Don't forget, you're going to get, if you don't love these, send them back. I can't guarantee quantity now. It's just while stocks last as this deal. And this bundle is only being put together to you for availability up until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I would definitely grab them as quickly as you can. Don't take risks when it comes to deals like this. You've always got that 30-day money-back guarantee because we love you here at Jewellery Maker. $14.90. We do. $14.95. Please get interactive with us today. Send us a little text. We love to hear what you're up to this week. 60777 James Studio, followed by your message. Maybe you've got a birthday you want to shout out. Maybe you have got a question for Linda. Maybe you want to let us know, have you started with your Christmas jewellery yet? I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. Let me know what's your customer's favourite gemstone. What do you sell the most of if this is a business for you? Or what of your friends? I bet you they're asking you for pearls. All my friends ask me for pearls. Except they can't have them because I end up keeping them all. $14.95. Well done. Loads of you there. Now, let's talk to you about this wire actually before we go, Laura, if I might. I'd like to talk to you about this wire because you've got 100 metres of it. Now that is going to last you ages. You've got reams and reams and reams and reams and reams. Now our wire, I just want to let you know the makeup of the wire. You have got copper. Now you've got a metre. Just imagine now a big long metre of copper. 100 metres. I can't even run 100 metres. I can't hardly walk 100. I don't want to. It's too far. It's too long. I don't want to walk 100 metres. I'm taking the car. That's how long this reel is. If I let it out, I'd have to take the car to go and get the other end of it because I'm lazy. Now, I want to talk. So just imagine 100 metres of copper and then imagine overlaying that and imagine how much silver you'd have to have. So much silver. You've got to coat 100 metres of that silver. That's loads, isn't it? Loads. Then I'm going to e-coat it all along. E-coating. At this stage, if it was a coloured wire, we'd put a colour over the top of it. So every wire we bring you has the ingredient of such a lot of solid sterling silver. Look at Rachel Norris. Oh, she's the queen of wire work, isn't she? Now, we e-coat all of this. So it's hypoallergenic. So if you were to be lucky enough to wear a Rachel Norris piece, then it would be e-coated. So hypoallergenic, and also it prevents tarnishing. What a wonderful, wonderful bundle you've just got. Now, Laura, are you taking the mickey out of my accent? We're going to do some Jasper, she said. Let's do some Jasper. All right then. Do they still have the Archers on the radio? When is that? I miss it. Because my mum used to always have it on and I just don't know how to get... Like, I wouldn't even know where to find... I'm not young for the Archers. What it is you grow up with it. And now I don't live anywhere near my mum. I kind of miss it being in the background. Even though I used to be like, ugh, not the Archers. Ugh. Now I want it because I miss the Archers. I mean, I don't know, there's something wrong with me, isn't there? Right. You just... Chloe just went, glad you've pointed it out. Oh, someone's texted in. Who texted that in? Saying that I'm brightening up your day. Sheila. Is it Sheila Davis? It's a different Sheila. Sheila Pedler. Edler. Hello, Sheila Edler. Good morning, my darling. Now, it's not intentional comedy. It's my life. Don't encourage her, said Chloe. How dare you? Right. I should have my own show. You do? Oh yeah, I have! This isn't my show, this is Laura's show. Actually. Now, I love these. I want them. Do you know, Fee had these last night and I tuned into Fee last night and oh, they're gorgeous. I actually said, I was sat at home and I went, I want those in my show. And I've got them, so I'm happy today. Because you don't want to see me in a div moment, do you? Have a look at these. Have I become a little bit divish lately? Yeah, do you know what? I think I have too. You need to bring me down a peg or two. Do you know what you should get? A fly swat and just slap me around the face with it now and then. There's nothing more satisfying than the slap of a fly swatter, is there? I mean, when you get the fly. You know what I mean? They're great, aren't they? Sometimes think before letting out. You know what I mean, though. I'm going to buy Chloe a fly swap just for me. Have a look at these. They're coming up for you in a tick. I'm going to give you the Jasper now. I knew we were doing the Jasper. I don't know what's wrong with me, because I knew we were doing it, and then I saw those. Do you know? You know, I'm such a girl like that. I've gone, la 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 la. Ooh, distraction. I was distracted. Chloe, everyone's going mad. I did the girl thing, where I'm focused, and then I go, ooh, pretty, and I get distracted, and then I'm like, where was I? Here I was. You do that, Rye, don't you? You do that when you see a pretty girl. Off he goes.
You've seen one.
Yeah, off he goes. Have a look. He was walking towards Lady Bulford then. Look at these. Do you know, actually, I'm all for just restranding these, Linda, because these are chunkalicious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is that type of gemstone, isn't it? Because it's so interesting, the Jasper. There's so much going on in the gemstone. That's it, keep it simple.
Do you remember when Natalia at the Tiger's Eye Massive Round, she just made a ring out of them, didn't she? I love these. These would be great for soutache.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice and big. Do you see, where's the monkey gone? The big monkey mouth that you had earlier.
Oh,
big monkey mouth.
Yeah, right in the centre.
Yeah. This would be good in the neutral colours for the centre. I was going to say of Mufasa's mouth, but it's not Mufasa, is it? It's Rafiki. Now have a look. Don't you think so? That would make a perfect soutache centre. We're not allowed to talk about Mufasa anymore. Now think about these for macrame, because they're perfect. To be honest, you know how we all now are wearing our coats again? We've got our chunky jumpers back out the cupboard, haven't we? Chunky gemstones all the way, because anything delicate is just going to get lost. It's got to be chunky jewellery for winter and autumn. For me, these with lapis were amazing, weren't they? Where is Angoni? Look, actually, I do think that's gorgeous, isn't it? Fabulous. What about with chain? It's very Egyptian now. Have you ever seen Mad Max with Tina Turner?
Yes.
That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah. I like that though. I mean, I think that's
that tribal look.
Yeah, I do. I really, really like it, and I think you're really on the right theme there with the winter woolies and the cashmeres and things. That type of gemstone, along with that with that chain as well, it just looks so good. It just looks just right, doesn't it?
It is just right. You're right. Do you know what? And
Just
put
right.
it with some chocolate browns.
Yes. Yeah.
Chocolate brown shell pearl in between these would look gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smaller.
Yeah.
I just think that, but then they could be quite Sahara desert. So you could actually take these, make your winter piece, and then in the summer take it apart and put it with some Amazonite, and then it's summery, isn't it?
Well, the thing with neutral gemstones and these colours, these neutral colours, that's exactly what you can do. They'll wear through any season, any occasion. They'll take you from, you know, coming out to work in the morning, going through to dinner at night. They'll do that every time.
I think we should do that more. Come to work in the morning, then all go to dinner at night. I think we should actually do that, because we talk about this all the time and we never actually do it.
Yeah, wearing our Jasper.
That's what we're going to do. It's go and meet the girls for lunch. I remember those days. Working 9 to 5. RSG P66 you're writing. Now these are big 16 mils. Do you know what? We don't have many 16 mil rounds. Perfect rounds are great because they're your beady bead. If you're thinking about doing beady bead baubles for your Christmas tree, a 16 mil round has got it. They're only $9.95. Now it could be that you are, they're only $9.95. Now it could be that you are treating these as individuals. Maybe they're cufflinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on a minute, these look great with polymer clay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. At the end of chainmail, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 on your strand. What gorgeous colours these are. They look kind of yummy. Do you know what they remind me of? You know the seashell chocolates? Those ones, yeah? Do you remember the old advert? I didn't say the actual word there, I just half sang it. You know how the chocolate's kind of like all mottledy and gorgeous? I want to eat these. I'm not going to eat them, but they look yummy, don't they? 9. Yeah, they're the colour of pyramids, aren't they? As well, you know, everybody's do you know what? Everyone's throwing some inspiration into the table here, so this must be a very inspiring strand. Now, if you've got these, you might want, if you are creating autumnal, I think you really will want to keep it wintry, antique bronze wire. Perfect. Do you know what would be lovely? Now I've done this, I want to add some rose quartz. Don't you think? So have a look at this, and do grab your Jaspers for $9.95, but at the moment I'm giving you some antique bronze wire. You're going to get 1.25, which is one of my favourite gauges. I'll talk to you about wire in a sec. But if you, look, rose quartz, this would be a lovely bundle, wouldn't it? Don't you think that's lovely together? Very vintage. Now, let's talk about wire. You have got 1.25, 2 lots of 1.25. Now, this is $7.95 individually. Now, you've got to have it if you haven't had it. Should I tell you why? Gemma Crow creates a ring out of this, and I'm going to tell you how she does it. Have you got your chase hammer? If you haven't, then I would recommend that you get one with 1.25 wire, because you will flatten that wire with your chase hammer and it looks amazing. Now what Gemma does with 1.25 is she takes about 3 or 4 inches, she curls one end one way, she curls the other, takes her chase hammer, bashes it flat. Now while it's still warm, she manipulates it over her mandrel, her ring mandrel. Then she'll bash over the top to work harden it. That's as much work as needs to be done, and Gemma will sell those rings for £12. Now they look, because they have been bashed with that hammer, they look like they have been silversmithed. They're fabulous. Now remember, each reel is £7.95, which you can do. You can go and buy this if you want to on the website individually for $7.95. Here's an example of some gorgeous jewellery made up with 1.25 wire. Noticing the structure, because that's what 1.25 is all about. That strong structure. It's your backbone, but not just that, because it is great for design, because it looks so professional. It looks like something that you've got from a silversmith, especially when you use the chase hammer on it. Now, it also looks wonderful textured with the chase hammer. You can really bash that chase hammer. Now, this is a gizmo coils, the same colour wire, but not the same gauge. Oh, I think I've got something. Wait there, sorry, Chloe. I've got some more pieces right here made of antique bronze wire. Now this looks like 1 mil. Oh no, it could be 1.25 actually. Actually it's 1.25. Isn't this amazing? Who did this? See the Gemma or Karen? Oh my goodness. That is wonderful. And again here. This one was Gemma's, wasn't it? This is Rachel Norris. Just look. I love Rachel Norris's use of colour. I mean, that's just stunning, isn't it? If you want to be, and by the way, you might be at home thinking, well, I haven't got the foggiest of what to do with wire. I don't have a clue. Don't worry, there are plenty of things you can do. Firstly, go and download a free tutorial and have a little look and think, yeah, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Secondly, get one of our DVDs. We go from wire work basics to these amazing projects. You can do anything practically with wire. It's as far as your imagination will stretch, isn't it? Or get booked in on one of our courses. Honestly, Laura Binding is fab with wire, Rachel Norris is fab with wire, Gemma Crow is fab with wire, Linda is fab with wire. The vintage structure is what you're going to achieve by buying these 2 reels. You could buy one for $7.95. Or you could buy 2. Let's have a think. For $9.95. I think I'm going to take advantage of this deal. We all do like a good deal, don't we? We love it when we walk into the shop and we're going to get our favourite thing, and it's on special. It's on a special offer. Shampoos. We love it when that happens when we're going shopping. When we're doing regular great. We love it when our favourite things are on a deal, don't we? Well, this is one of your favourite things, and it's on a deal, so grab it while you can. £9.95. 20 metres. This will last you because it's a big structure. Wonderful. Look at those butterflies. They're gorgeous. £9.95. TPGC 67. Don't forget, you have got your 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you change your mind, you think, I'm scared of wire. Mark Smith has been scared of wire, and actually Mark Smith's been scared of most things for too long. We're taking him clubbing, and he's not coming home until he's sick. He's never been to a nightclub.
Gosh.
He'd better be prepared for the Jewellery Maker Christmas party, because things are going to happen. There's going to be some tears, isn't there, from Mark? We're all going to have to film this. Ryan, you can't drink that night you're filming.
I don't want to come.
What do you mean you don't want to come? You're coming. No choice. Now, we're going to have to talk to Chloe, aren't we, about this Christmas party. It's got to be karaoke. You don't like karaoke? Me and you? What are you talking about? We can do Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe. I do love a bit of Sonny and Cher. We can be Simon and Garfunkel. Who's she saying? All right, we'll be the Supremes or something. Can I just say, stop. Home, right, these two I'm going to put together. These together, these are very high end. This is opal. Pearls, aquamarine, Now these have to go together. I can pretty much guarantee that whatever Linda's made is going to get stolen by me today. Look. Heaven and earth these are together. Look. I need harps looking at these. You know when they just deserve that. Oh, I love the tranquility, the softness, the beauty of these strands together. Oh, I love this kit. Aquamarine. This is you can really swoon over this because it's gorgeous. Just take a minute to take in what we're getting here. When was the last time? When was the ever time, if that makes any sense, that you saw corner drilled aquamarine? This is beautiful. Peach pearl cabochons, I love. They'd be great for soutache again. I love this. Who put this kit together? Pink opal. Did you put it together? It's gorgeous. It's absolutely well done.
There's nice contrasts in here, but they all work.
This is just absolute heavenly. These are just so vintage. I'm thinking about now that Grecian look. These are just stunningly beautiful, and they're not the only I just want to stare at them. I just want to make jewellery out of them now. I just want to wear them all together. Aren't they wonderful layered up like this? But I want to, do you know, I don't know what I want to do, but I want to use them all together. And I'll tell you something. You know that I don't do that very often with pearls. I am so bad when it comes to mixing pearls because I love them so much. I never want to ruin them. But you know what? How could you go wrong with pink opal? How could you go wrong with aquamarine and pearls together? Now I'm going to give you another 2 strands. I'm going to be honest with you, and this is me because I am so close-minded when it comes to colour matching. I'm really naughty for that. Gemma Crow tries to shake it out of me, but I can't do it. I can't put, these are going to go separately. These are for the evening. If you're getting married, here's the one that you're going to wear with your dress right here. And then we're going to take it into the evening, do. Have a look. I love this. I want to keep those 2 separately though. I don't know if you agree with me or not. Now, you've got wax cord, silver and blue. I love this. I love this kit. This is the best kit I've seen in ages. Then you've got blue Royal blue and baby blue. Oh, I need this. Please tell me there's enough for me to get. I love it. Oh, come on. Why is it limited? I've got to have the, I have to. You know when you see something, I just got to have it. I don't even care how much it costs. I want these. Because they're my thing. I want these. I want them. You've got all these lovely coloured beading threads and elastic and, oh gosh, they're gorgeous. There's so much high-end. This is just a wonderful kit and I love it. I love this. I'm so happy for you if you got this. Please sell me the jewellery that you make out of it. Oh, I love it. Silver findings, 98. Silver on copper findings. Oh, I love it. You have to have this. There is no two ways about it. You want to create something stunning, you've got to have this kit. Are you ready? Because these are good. How many have we got then? Why are they so limited? Why can't we have more? What are they? Okay, this is going to be high end. It's got to be, I don't know. Go on, tell me. 30. We haven't done a kit for 30 quid in ages. 29.95. Are you serious? Have you seen? Now, Linda, you put this kit together. It was our high-end luxury kit of the day.
Oh, word. It's got opal in it, hasn't it? Yeah. Oh, real pearls. Aquamarine.
Chloe is saying, again, as a friend, don't do that face. Well, why would you do it? It's 19.95. Can you get me two, please? Because I know what will happen. These have never been seen. Are these exclusive, all of these strands? I've never seen these. I love them. I have to have them. I'm keeping these ones then because they're going to sell out. That's your punishment for your low price. Me stealing from you. Listen, listen, I know at home that's naughty, but if you could do it, you would, wouldn't you? I'm taking these. They're going home with me. 19.95. It's an absolute bargain. You have to have these. This doesn't happen. This is like going into a designer shop and actually being able to afford something. You know when you go in and you just want to feel posh. Look at me, I'm going into Gucci, that kind of thing, and then you're like, well, up. There's a £20 brooch I'm going to buy.
I know. I mean, aquamarine and pearls and opal. For 19.95.
She's mad. Do you know what they're saying in my ear? They won't let you in Gucci. It's like Pretty Woman. You'd be in there and they'd be like, as if she's got any money. Get out.
We'll go in there together, shall we? And just.
You'll be all right. It's me, they're saying.
So.
Linda would look right at home. I don't know what you mean, darlings. I'm awfully posh when I'm not here. I come from Cheltenham, don't you know? Oh. What did you do? No.
Oh, it's macrame, that is.
Oh, you're amazing. Oh, she's wonderful. Can we do a big bracelet like that as well then?
Yes, of course you could with a cuff.
I'm stealing those earrings.
It just, the gemstones in the kit really do really work. The opal is the key, I think.
Oh.
I probably should be saying the aquamarine is the key, but I think the opal is the key.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's all together.
The whole thing, it's so, well, stunning is the word. I use that word a lot, but it is, and you know that blue shell as well, it's so vibrant, isn't it? And it's got so many, again, that's got magical,
yes, it has.
magical properties going on in it as well. And the pearls are absolutely delicious, particularly with the aquamarine.
Button pearls,
It's lovely. Yeah.
How did you do that? You've made a diamond at the bottom of the earrings here.
That's very simple. That is. I mean, that is simply starting off on a quadrant weave by just going through, because they're corner drilled, aren't they? So you know, point to point. So consequently, when you use a quadrant weave on that, you'll bring them together into one big diamond.
Like tiling them together.
Yeah.
Aren't they beautiful? Look at the other earrings. Now, Chloe and I both said we didn't want to mix them, but you've done it and you're so good. Look at those.
Well, I think that works.
Well, actually, they're very Tiffany lamp.
Yeah, it's the hematite there that sews it together.
Yes, it is. Classic pearl bracelet. My only trouble with this kit is I don't know which piece of jewellery to steal from it. I love this. Chloe says I can look like I'm trying it on.
Oh yes, you do.
Hi.
Excellent.
Chloe's creeped out now. Have a look. I've got to say I don't like things like that either, Chloe. Oh my gosh, I love that.
The opal on that, you see there how the opal and that little touch of hematite just bringing in that
bling,
weave.
bling.
It somehow, I don't know, the colours of the opal respond to the hematite there.
Yes, do you know what? They do. And the hematite in turn responds to the opal, I think.
Opal comes in many, many different shades and hues. But this subtle pink, it's like, what's the word that you used to describe opal? You know,
iridescent.
Yes, opalescence, that's the one. You can see it in this opal. And
pinfire, yeah.
Yeah, they're perfect. These little nuggets are absolutely perfect. Go such a long way, as obviously as you can see.
I really love this. And you know, if this was a circle here, it would look exactly like a horse bit, and I'd have to make you make a belt. Do you know, Mia is absolutely desperate for a belt to wear competing.
Right.
They're so expensive, but this would be the exact perfect belt because it looks kind of like a horse bit if it had a round. I love this. Now listen, this would be a beautiful bracelet like that and then hitched up, wouldn't it? Why haven't I seen this stitch before?
That one is where it's joined there. I think that's supposed to be the right side because there is obviously a wrong side because I joined because the thread comes in two pieces, so there's a little join. So we obviously put joins at the back. But I just think that's quite...
I love it. Why? I've never seen anything like this in macrame. It's wonderful. Is it a flat stitch?
It's just literally, I think I demonstrated it a couple of weeks ago, to be honest. It's just like, you just start off, you make this part here, and then you do these, where you join it there. It's like, well, I always call it a parcel loop, but it isn't, it's a lark's head. So you just put that around the bead and then you bring it through. And as you bring it through, obviously then you have got the two running through the centre there. So just pop another piece either side so that you're working on 4 strands. So we've got 4 strands 4 times. And then I just simply square stitch on the 4 and then I move 2 strands either side. I will do it again. But I move 2. So basically it's a 4 square stitch. And then it's 3 square stitches, and to get the 3 square stitches, just move 2 strands away on each side and then come back to bringing them in. And you've always got, you're crossing over 2 lazy cords each time, but lazy cords become working cords as well.
Oh, and so that therefore makes the knit.
Yes, so exactly what happens here then is then you just start to thread on 3s and 4s and 3s and 4s and then just do your little stitches in between.
Wonderful.
And that little bit there then takes on the beading.
We've just been told in my ear that we're now going to book a masterclass on this piece.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very, very easy. It's very, very simple. It's a repetition on a theme, but I suppose trying to explain it in words, it's much better to be done visually, I would agree.
I love it. Belt, please.
Yeah, it would make a great belt, wouldn't it? You could just sort of pop through there and have, what you could do, you could bring through there and have a tassel, couldn't you?
Yeah.
On the other side. Yeah.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I think that's just wonderful. Now, you're going to give us a demonstration.
Yeah, but quickly, this opal and hematite one here is just a woven design. It's not just a wove. It's a wove. It's a weave and it's woven. And all that you do is you take. I love this blue beading thread. I love it against the backdrop of the gemstones in this kit. And this probably is like Gemma likes to do beading thread designs using her beading thread as an integral part. Well, this isn't quite so much that, but you can see the beading thread through the little chips, and it's quite charming actually because it just throws up a structure. So all I did, I took a very long length of beading thread, I keep saying that, much longer than you think you're going to need because we are basically doubling up through the weave. And then thread on. As you can see, I've done here. I've just threaded on. Count them roughly. I know it's a bit of a pain.
Count them? Are you insane?
It's a bit of a pain, I know, with chips. But if you've got a good eye to, you know, a responsive eye, then you can probably think, well, that's in old money, a couple of inches. That's fine. I mean, we're not having to be too pure here at all. But if you want to be really
precise,
spot on, then just count them. But because they're chips, they're always going to look a bit
Can I measure them
slightly
instead
off.
on my beadboard?
Yeah, measure
Good.
them on the beadboard. That's
what I'm going to do.
Better idea. But a good
When you said count them, I thought, count them?
Mark
I mean, look how many, look, there's so many. And you and Mark are so precise. I'm like, oh
well, you
my
don't
gosh.
have to be because chips.
I can't get past 6 anyway.
That's true.
You know,
That is
so there's
true.
a problem.
Yeah, that is true. She has to start using fingers and toes even. Yeah.
Thick
That's not a pretty
eyelashes.
sight neither.
No.
So thread on a couple of inches of the chips, and then as it was with a weave, the last little nugget that you've popped on, pass the other side of the thread through, and then pull it through, and then take both strands together and pass those through one of the hematites. Now, as soon as I did this at home, I love the way I keep saying it, but I love the way the hematite works with the opal. I really seriously do.
Do you know what? And Chloe and I and Laura, in fact, we were all like, we're not mixing them.
Just divine, it really is.
It does work.
And then I'm probably going to have to more talk through this because it's very simple. But as I say, I'm threading on.
I'm going to just pop this here so everybody can see exactly what we're talking
I'm
about.
just threading on now on one side of the beading thread. Okay, we're going for a slightly smaller ring this time. So on one side of the beading thread, again, if you're a purist, count them on, but probably about 10 on either side of the beading thread. Whereas in the first instance, to do that part there, then I just did them all in one go, and I'll quickly tell you how to continue up the neckline when I've just finished doing this little bit here. If you're lucky, sometimes you can slide them off and you can get the holes aligned so that the beading thread will pass through, but more often than not you won't. So this is seen as a very therapeutic jewellery making lesson because you're threading on the nuggets. It's not rocket science, but there you go. And then thread on exactly the same on the other side. And then all you have to do, I won't do that now because I know we're being pressed for time because Jenny's punching me.
I'm not. No, they were telling me to move your board.
Oh, I'm not bored.
No, move your board.
Oh, okay.
Your macrame board. I'm not bored. Move your board. No, not that.
Now, obviously, what you have to do then...
If I punch you.
Kicking then. Was it kicking?
No, that was not my kick.
Was it breathing?
I was just breathing.
Was it? Yeah, okay.
That's as bad, probably.
So now we
Feels
have
like a
to
punch.
push that thread through. And this is going to come looking a little bit weird because we haven't done both sides. So pull that through back into a ring, okay? Actually, do you know what? If I was doing this at home, I'd leave it like that. I would leave it like that and continue up the neckline, having half and half there.
I like
this
that,
is one
yeah,
of those things that you
mixture.
come across. You're cutting corners here because I'm on air and I haven't got that much time. But I would do that then, and I'd mirror image then, and I'd come up with that length on that side.
And you'd
Mirror
actually
image
save
and
so many gemstones.
You would save gemstones, and you'd also have a great looking necklace. I'm going to do that one. I like that. I fell over myself on that one.
There you go.
Okay, so just continue that along, and then I pop in here another hematite.
I've got to put this here, so if you're
square it
copying it,
up.
I'm sorry. Chloe's very bossy today.
And then carry on. Carry on around and around and around and around and around. Now, when you come to the finish, you will on the one side of your neckline have excess of your beading thread that you can then just take up through the neckline. And now I took it up through the neckline by threading both sides of the beading thread through the hematite, and then I popped on some chain. I quite like to have chain. When I've got chain available in kits, I like to have chain on the very back of the neck because it somehow softens the feel somehow. It's a little bit less sort of structured here.
It's comfortable.
And we've got these lovely bolt ring clasps that are a feature. So it's nice not to perhaps sometimes, this is just a personal thing with me, not to confuse something that beautiful perhaps with the stones going right to it. So you can actually, then you see the clasp. It's gorgeous. Which is lovely. And then when you come to obviously doing the other side of the, to put the other side of the clasp, whether it's a bolt ring clasp where you need a jump ring, or whether it's attaching a toggle, you've got that to deal with. So what you have to do then is find a nugget that is roughly central, okay, and then hope that your beading thread will pass through that nugget. And if it doesn't, then move on to the next one. I can assure you I did every single one just like this, so I didn't fudge any of it. So push it through, and if and when it comes through, you can then have, oh look, it's not going to come through. Let me put it through here. In an ideal world, put it through the gemstone. Right now, if that won't happen,
fix the holes, team.
If it won't happen, just but you don't want to break that gemstone. If it won't happen, use monofilament. That will go through it, and use that as the rest of the up the neckline. Other than that, just take the thread through. Okay, join it up. Pop a hematite on, because we're doing about 5
That makes your life a little bit easier if you do. I'm going to do it that way anyway.
Yeah, but they will go through, Jen. Honestly, I did every single one. I honestly did.
Well,
but
actually,
if they
do you know
won't,
what? Look at the thickness of the cord they're on. They're on
a double. They're on a double silk.
It's just sod's law, isn't it?
Yeah, they're on a double silk there, so they will. But if they don't, you don't want to spoil the design. You don't want to undo it again. Just loop it through, bring it down, and you won't know.
Don't break your back over it.
You won't know a scrap of difference, because that's gone down. And then just work out to the neckline, up through the clasp. I hope that's demoed that.
Can I just show you? I need to show you the individual pearls, because
they're superb.
Oh my gosh! In the cabochons, they've got a flat edge to them, and then domed, flat on the bottom, domed at the top. Love them.
They're like little buttons. To be honest with you, I think I got 11 of these left over. And my auntie does baby knitting for premature baby units, and she's she's done a little cream sweater. It's ever so pretty in a blackberry weave, and she's put 3 of these just off the shoulder.
I love that. My gran knitted my children. Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah, she
can we have
can
you send us some photographs with pearly buttons?
Yes, I'll bring them in.
I'd love to
She does a lot of knitting for the Prem baby unit at the hospital in Sutton Coldfield. Since the twins were born, you know, we had such good care that we've decided that we should put something back, and we put
not the twins.
Not the twins. No, we're never taking those back.
Sometimes, no, not really. Do you know what? If you do the same sort of thing, if maybe you've got a new arrival in your family and you want to put some little, how lovely pearl buttons on a little teeny tiny cardie. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Cute. Oh, it's worth having a little girl so you can dress them up, isn't it? Yeah, not just because of that, other reasons too. Now, send us in your pieces in the Wall of Fame, and I'd love to see mixed media. So we'd all love to see your knitting together with your gemstones, and maybe you're knitting scarves and sewing pearls on the bottom or something like that. Please send us in it doesn't have to just be jewellery. Anything that you've got from us that you've used in a different way, please send it us in. Now, I'm going to show you exactly some gorgeous pieces that have been done in that way. I can see some milleflorey. Let's go. Quirky. I'm now thinking Christmas trees done in the same way.
I know, I can see where you come. It's exactly what I thought. Yeah. I saw this is number 4.
Isn't that what? This is a perfect example. Did you get the 1.25 wire? Look what it looks like when you hammer it. You've got to hammer it. Aren't these amazing?
It's from Nick, otherwise known as Nicola. And Nick, you're 432, so good luck with the draw on Wednesday. Here's this week's entry to the Wall of Fame, a collection of squiggle pendants using 1.5mm wire and my lovely new hammer.
Ooh, I told you, it's
interchangeable heads. Loving all the new bits and bobs, so please a win this week would be great. And that's a love to you all from Nick. I can't pronounce where in South Wales.
Let's have a go. It's Pencoed, isn't it?
Is it?
I comes from Pencoed.
Do you?
Oh.
Oh. What's occurring there?
Quite a lot.
Sorry,
you know what?
We're not taking that. You know what?
I love Wales.
That's lovely.
I love Wales. It's so fun.
Yeah.
You can't have a bad time in Wales.
No, you can't.
You just can't.
You absolutely can't.
Now, number 435. Wow. Look at this. Now, mookaite, don't you just love it? Isn't this amazing?
That is very clever, actually.
I want this.
Very clever. Very, very, very clever.
No, you can't see it, Chloe, because me and Linda are looking at it. It's like when we don't want people to copy our work at school. Even though you ain't got a clue what you're doing. Honestly, this is wonderful. Number 435. I want to buy this, Kate. It's gorgeous.
Isn't it fabulous?
Gorgeous. Kate Elworthy says, my entry to this week's Wall of Fame is a bracelet using bead capture chainmail. The beads are picture jasper, I think, and the rings, I think they're mookaite.
They look like mookaite.
I think they're mookaite, but they could be. If you've done a picture and it could be, I mean, we do get multicoloured strands of tigers out like that, but I can't see any shimmer. But sometimes the flash of a camera can drown that out.
Yeah. It's stunning anyway. I'm in awe of that, actually.
I love
that
it.
work is fabulous.
They're all gold and silver plated from JM, all from JM. And Debbie Bolford's in today doing a polymer clay workshop. If you want to get involved in Debbie's chainmail workshop and create something amazing like this, then do. It's fabulous. Oh, that's very elegant.
So many people.
How neat is that?
So good.
How neat.
That wire.
It's just perfect.
It is absolutely symmetrical, that is, isn't it? This
Gorgeous.
is 433. Excuse me, from Joyce in Edmonton, in London. Here's my wall. Sorry, Joyce, your fourth. I did say that 433.
Did she hand make that chain, or is it? Let's read and find out.
Here's my Wall of Fame entry for this week. I've used a large rectangular Botswana agate bead with 0.8 gold-plated copper wire. The bail originally started out as a clasp on a wirework bracelet, but I made it slightly too small for the wrist of my friend. The clasp looked really neat, so I decided to use it as a feature in a necklace. Well, that's exactly what we were talking about earlier, wasn't it? It morphs. I finished the piece off with gold-plated chain. All the components from Jewellery Maker. Thank you all for the great demos, tips and techniques, and for the good quality and service. Well, thank you, Joyce. That's a lovely piece of work, and that just really does show you that things are not what they seem.
We always say this, you start one way with something in mind, doing this, and it's just like anything, isn't it? You plan your day and it all goes, you all go somewhere else, you know, it's just life.
Oh, wow.
I love this uppy downy stitch. What's it called again? I can't remember. Is it figure of eight?
Yeah, it's like a spiral weave.
I call it the uppy downy one.
Yeah, well, you're quite. It's like a V-stitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. I just think it looks great. It looks neat.
It does. Yes.
How wonderful! It kind of Soutache inspired, I think, the design as well. It's gorgeous. Number 436 is from Emma Sleeth from Grimsby. I don't know where that is, but I'm doing a. Is it up north, Grimsby? It sounds up north, doesn't it?
It's
dead up north.
Where do you get the fish from?
Get fish from Grimsby.
Lovely fish.
I do like a bit of fish. Hey up. Hi all. Sorry, Emma. Hi all. I hope you're well. Here's a picture of my first attempt at a fancy wire rat ring. I've used silver-coated copper wire, 1mm and 0.4, and garnet. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. There's a couple of lumpy bits. No, there's not. There's not, Emma. It's perfect. About me again. She's talking about me and me wobbly bum, where I had to add wire in, but for the first attempt, it went pretty smoothly. Keep bringing all the amazing inspiration through the guest designers and Wall of Fame. I love the show and everyone involved. Much love, Emma. Emma, we love you too. This is fabulous. Well done. Fantastic.
Talking about Soutache, I saw this piece on Facebook the other day and I thought, wow.
What is that stone in the middle? It's amazing.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh, these little pearls. Oh my gosh, apatite around the edge. The hematite.
Yeah.
Oh, the little jaspers.
That almost looks like unakite.
Oh gosh, isn't this beautiful?
This is stunning.
Who
As I say,
did
I
this?
saw this. This is Lorraine. I saw it on Facebook the other day and I thought, wow, it's fantastic. This is number 4.
They're all going, can't wait to see it.
Sorry.
Be patient,
no,
Chloe.
Well,
no, we want it all to ourselves for a minute.
See, this is like an opera star, isn't it? It just takes that bow. This is Lorraine. I'm not sure where you come from, Lorraine. But Lorraine says, hi all. From the sunny Isle of Skye. For a change, she says sunny, I think she means. The attached photo is of my very first attempt at soutache using a Chinese unikite pendant, bronze hematite, cultured and shell pearls and red and blue agate beads. I think the piece is a bit overworked. I don't think it is.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
think it is. Some of the soutache cords got a bit lost in my stitching.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
That's perfect.
No, that just actually happens, particularly when you're working with gemstone, because each gemstone is unique. But anyway, she says, overall I love it and I've learnt a lot from doing it. Mostly, and this is a really good tip, mostly to keep my stitches fewer and my cords a little bit looser, and to know when to stop, which is always a bit of a problem apparently for Lorraine. Well,
I have the same problem with most things.
All the materials I used from Jewellery Maker, of course, and the pendant was included in the kit, and I've been saving it for something really special. Hope this makes it on screen, and I shall keep my fingers crossed for the draw. That
deserves a round of applause.
Yeah,
that does.
Absolutely
It's just
stunning,
amazing.
Absolutely stunning, Lorraine. I really, that should be in a magazine.
It's, do you know what, Lorraine? I just don't. Is that her first attempt?
That's her first attempt.
Now this is where you must stay in your design, I think, because you're amazing at it.
Definitely.
When you're good at something, just stick with it and just get bigger, bigger.
Send more and more, and you know what? Apply to a magazine, because you'll get these pieces.
Lorraine, it's truly excellent.
It's gorgeous.
And you know what? If you're feeling a little bit underconfident at home and you think, it's not good enough, send it in. We'll be the judge of that.
Yes.
Because I think you just you know what, Lorraine, I can't believe you think that that's not good enough, because it's brilliant.
It's amazing.
Now you just saw the wonderful strand of tanzanite that we bought for you. If you are a creator of high-end luxury jewellery, a collector's choice brand new strand is about to become in your stash. We'll be right back.
Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through numerous techniques for creating flowers and leaves, from simple daisy canes to elaborate floral pieces. If you're looking to create unique handmade jewellery, then this is the course for you. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, and all for just $67.95. For details on course dates and availability, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Did you know that every individual gemstone in our Gems of Distinction collection goes through a 7-stage intricate process to get from the rough to a beautiful bead?
Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better.
Pearls are classic. I mean, who doesn't love pearls? You look at them, they look elegant, they look classy, and they make elegant, classy jewellery when you're creating with them. I think right from the whitest of white pearl to the peach pearl, they're always stunning, and anybody can wear them. They're one of my favourites. You see them, don't you, in expensive jewellers, covered in diamonds. Diamond and pearls are the classic duo, and that's why I love pearls.
Pearls are always a huge seller on Jewellery Maker, and I think it's because there's a huge amount of emotional attachment to them. I think whatever walk of life you come from, whatever your age, you always associate pearls with maybe someone who's worn pearls before you, maybe your grandma, maybe your mum. So there's always that emotional attachment to pearls, and they can be classic, they can be contemporary, they can really be whatever you want them to be, and definitely one of my favourite gemstones.
High-end, beautiful, expensive. These are 3 words that we always associate with tanzanite jewellery. Think about that Cartier ring you might have seen being advertised in your Vogue magazine. Think about when you go down to Bond Street and you just look and you just wish and you just dream of owning our generation's gemstone. That's what they call it, tanzanite. You know what? Tanzanite isn't like a diamond. A diamond can be found in any town, in any city. You can pretty much guarantee if you want to go and find a diamond, you can just go and buy one. They say that tanzanite is 1,000 times rarer than a diamond, which is why we don't see it every day. Why we don't see it in every town, in every city. We see this in London, Paris, New York. This is a gemstone that is probably wearing the crown. The best gemstone in the world, some gemologists will tell you. The rarest, one of the rarest gemstones in the world is another phrase attached to tanzanite. Found in just one place in the world, at the foothill of Mount Kilimanjaro, tanzanite is mined in one mine. Discovered and then launched by Tiffany & Co., that world-renowned jewellers. Now, tanzanite very fast became a precious gemstone, so regarded as high, if not higher in some cases than a diamond. We see tanzanite jewellery going for tens of thousands of pounds. This is a gemstone that people advise you to buy off the back of the fact that one day this gemstone is not going to be able to, it's not going to be mined for anymore. So to have your piece, your vintage piece of tanzanite in your collection is going to be maybe an investment for you. I don't know, what do you think? Now I want you to just look at this strand and think about all of those AA, AAA, quadruple A tanzanites that you've seen, the price tags involved in those. I want you to think about including a gemstone that is so expensive into your designs. When you first started jewellery making, did you dream, your wildest dreams, that tanzanite would be in your designs? Have a look for the player crowism. Now I'm going to make a statement. I think that tanzanite, this particular tanzanite strand, is the best tanzanite we have ever seen. Look at the pink. This is certainly the most luxurious tanzanite we've ever had. Now I want to show you a piece of jewellery that is Kirsty's, and this is Kirsty's tanzanite ring. Have a look. Look at this. Now how much did you pay for this ring, Kirsty, set with its gorgeous VSI diamonds? You paid at staff price £700 for this ring, at staff price. Okay, so we know we get good discount here. Staff price, Kirsty paid £700. I'm just gonna, I'll look after this for you, darling. Is it quadruple A? It's beautiful. Now, I've got a tanzanite and diamond ring that was given to me, and it's one of my most treasured possessions. I adore it. Now, tanzanite in this oval, in your collections, believe me, is a godsend to anyone who's really passionate about their gemstones. A gemstone that we see some of the world's most striking jewellery for. Do you know what? If it wasn't for that big De Beers campaign, a diamond wouldn't be as highly sought after. It was all about the marketing that made the diamond just take the world by storm. Now tanzanite is different. Tanzanite, we don't have as many, there's not as many tanzanites out there as diamonds. This is 1,000 times rarer than a diamond, they say. Some people, arguably far more beautiful than a diamond, gives far more to the wearer than a diamond, arguably. I mean, I've got diamonds, I love them, but my tanzanite is my special, it's my special piece. Would you agree with that if you've got it in yours? Have you got tanzanite earrings? to put these into stud earrings. Please don't charge any less than £80 for those because they're tanzanite. And by the way, if you get this strand, whatever you create, I'm going to ask you a personal question, please. Please, for me, will you get it valued? Keep it, keep hold of it. Wait till the day where you flick on the news and they say, no more tanzanite coming out of that mine. Keep hold of your tanzanites. Get this in your collection now. If you're creating your daughter's wedding pieces, this is the strand you need. Said to mark new beginnings, childbirth, the birth gemstone of December in your collection for just £49.95. This is a gemstone world renowned for its exceptional properties. We only have a limited amount of these, and for under £80, I cannot believe you're getting a strand of tanzanite of this quality. Can you see pinks in your tanzanites? Don't you think these are beautiful? Wouldn't you agree that this is the best strand of tanzanite we have ever given to you here at Jewellery Maker? Can I just say to you, we had to wait for management to get into the building. That's why I haven't been able to talk about this strand much, because we didn't know if we'd definitely be able to give you this. I actually wanted it being sent off for grading because the pink is so strong. It's amazing. Linda, I mean, a dream come true. Have you ever had the opportunity to work with tanzanite of this quality?
No, never. Absolutely never.
It's a rarity.
It is a rarity. That's just a typical tanzanite colour, isn't it?
Oh.
I mean, that's Steve Bennett's favourite gemstone, and he's got a superb tanzanite, and it's just that colour.
It's so beautiful.
Yes,
have you got any tanzanite?
No, I haven't.
You must get some. Do you know what I've got a pair of earrings. I've got a ring. This is Kirsty's ring. They say that everybody in this building, the first thing they buy is tanzanite.
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely, and I think that's right. I mean, obviously, I love diamonds. Diamonds are my thing, but you know, following closely to diamonds. Blue's my favourite colour.
You've got a ring like this for you, then would be perfect.
Yeah,
tanzanite diamonds. Oh.
And my little granddaughter, she has, the 3-year-old, she has the most brilliant tanzanite blue eyes. And we were talking about Christmas presents and that the other day.
Gorgeous.
And I might just make her a little, get that strand, fingers crossed I can, and just make her, you know, it's a little silver chain with the
beautiful eyes.
Yeah, because she has got tanzanite blue eyes. Everybody says, oh, look at it. And I say, yeah, they're tanzanite blue.
Everyone says that to me about Max. Look at those blue eyes. And I've just occurred to me that, yes,
it's Liz Taylor blue, isn't it, eyes? You know,
striking. Striking.
Yeah.
You fall in love with those eyes, don't you? Now, I've got to let you know this strand is now approaching a sellout. Kirsty's lingering for this back, isn't she? I tell you what, Kirsty, you come back when the buffet's here and you can have your ring back. Can I come, or I'll keep this and you can have the ham sandwiches. I mean, I don't mind. I'll starve for at least a month for this. Sort of thing I'd have to starve for a month to buy. Now, let's give you the garnet. You can have it. Now, we've never seen garnet, and all of us have said this. Who's ever seen garnet rice beads like this? Who? I've never. How long have you been jewellery making for, Linda?
I've been making jewellery now for coming up to 8 years. Been making jewellery here for 3.5 ever since the day we started, as it were. And I have never seen garnet that shape. But not even the shape, it's the uniformity of it, it's the chunkiness. They're almost barrel shaped, aren't they?
Absolutely.
And they're such a Merlot garnet red.
Perfect description, Merlot red. Perfect. Look at that colour. Deep, intense. Do you know what? I just want to run a head pin through that and make a loop and put it all together. Make it move. A bubble bracelet in gold. It's got to be gold. Rose gold. Oh, did you manage to get those rose gold findings? Oh, they sold out. Oh, they look so good with this. So good. Silver would look. Do you know what about our chain we got coming up later on? Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. I love that combination. I'm thinking earrings, I'm thinking tassels. I love this. They're so uniform. January's birth gemstone, you've got to get it now while you can. Garnet is so popular at Christmas time as well. You put it with peridot. Looks gorgeous. Have I got any peridot in here? If you're blessed with peridot in your collection, grab this. It looks stunning.
That's causing, again, referring back to Steve, the first day I was on Jewellery Maker, when we were first doing pre-records, we had garnet, and he informed me that in Myth and Legend, or whatever you want to call it, but apparently Noah lit the ark with a garnet because of the glow that came from it.
Really?
Yeah, that's the story. But it's got such a glow that it glows at night as well.
Do you know, you're right, and if you're having dinner or anything like that,
in candlelight it's amazing.
Oh,
it's my birthstone as well, so I
it?
have got garnet. And in candlelight it's stunning because you see those bright shards of that deep red that comes off of it.
It is like when you, I mean, if you put a glass of red wine next to a candlelight, it's that kind of clarity. It's just wonderful, wonderfully beautiful. In fact, do wear it whilst tucking into a nice glass of wine. Oh, a lovely dinner. This is going to be a considered purchase in... Pardon? It is going to be a considered purchase, actually, Laura. That's why you're wrong. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know how hard this was for Hannah Oxbury to get. She's going to kill you. And she's in India, that's why you're doing this. No, she's in HK. Is she back? $9.95. $9.95. $9. Realistically, how much would you pay for this? Do you think that's the right price, or do you think we've gone too low?
I think you leave the word realistically out of it, because that's not reasonable. I mean, I would have thought that would have gone to, I mean, seriously, because of the quality of it, I would have thought that would have gone around $21.95. What did the Tanzanite go for?
Just under 50, $49.95.
Rest my case.
Isn't she a nana? Oh well, you're getting a deal. You're getting value. Do you know what? Again, here it is. Here's that high-end piece that you didn't expect to be able to afford, but you can now. So get it whilst you can. This is a very luxurious, very deep red Merlot strand of India's heartbeat. The ultimate gift of love, they say a garnet is. £9.95. Definitely headpin clusters. What about a rosary link chain in rose gold or the copper wire? That'd look good, wouldn't it?
Superb, absolutely superb.
What would you do?
Well, you can put garnet against silver or gold. It's not fussy at all. It'll just come up at its best with either colour metals. Again, I think because it's so beautiful, keep it simple. Or you know, yeah, keep it simple. But if you don't want to keep it simple, set it in a vintage look. Downton look, Victorian look, because
yes,
the garnets were absolutely idolised by the Victorians, and I can say that because I've got my great grandmother's gold and garnet pendant, so I know that for a fact, and it's very filigree looking, and that particular, just one in the centre.
I can vouch for that. We got, my sister's a doctor of history. Which I know is hard to believe, but I've had lectures on every era. I know, my family are intelligent, and then there's me. It's funny, isn't it? My brother's a professor, and my sister's a doctor, and I'm a complete stupid bum. What went wrong? They dropped me. $9.95. Fabulous. There are stories that my brother tried to post me back once. Now, have a look. Hang on. Do you know what? You know, we were just saying about, we've been talking about using precious metal with things I've got. Genuine, I'm just going to grab my blackboard. I know this doesn't happen often. I want to just take you, in your mind, please, if I might, to maybe the jewellery quarter or somewhere like that. And I want you to take enough money out with you on this fictional journey to buy a metre of 9-carat gold on silver wire. You have to come back, it's life or death. You have to come back with that purchase. So to be on the safe side, How much money do you put in your back pocket? You've got to come home with it. There are no two ways about it. You've got to do something, it's essential. I'm going to give you that wire, that high-end wire. If you bought the tanzanite, you will need this wire, because you are going to be, if you're going to buy our Russian dioxide, you will need that wire. I'm also going to give you, and whether you use this in the same design or not, and if I'm honest, I'm going to use this separately, but I'm going to give you this for your other projects, maybe your soutache. I'm going to give you, I love these. I love them. It's the jiggity jaggedy edges I like, because they really catch the light. And what I would like to see with these, let's find my tweezeroonies, is skinny macrame. Can you do skinny macrame, Linda? Micro macrame they call it, don't they?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it's really, really nice with is 0.4mm wire to do the micro macrame.
Well, do you think, I think these would be the perfect
absolutely.
embellishment.
If you use some silver, even just the silver plated copper, 0.4mm, and put those in, especially in that one that I did earlier. Can you imagine that
yes,
434?
the macrame.
Can you imagine how stunning that cuff would be?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I would do. And do you know what? Sarah Alvin used these the other day. I've been here so long I can't remember what day it was. And she put it on the bead loom. Looked amazing. Bead loom it, just in a plain cuff bracelet. I love that bead loom. The bead loom is spot on, brilliant for your designs. Now, whoops, Daisy. I don't know, I had one of those weird moments where you just make a movement that you had no control over. Like emu, like my hand is emu, and I am Rod Hull. Do you remember emu? Can you imagine if you were the celebrities he used to attack? That's a good job. That never happened to me, because I'd have killed that bird. Have a look.
You're not a celebrity either.
Actually, Chloe, I got recognised in the cake shop the other day. Do you know what happened? Some man came up to me and went, "You are responsible." And I thought he was going to say something like, I don't know, I ran over something or something, or I did something that caused him a dismay. And I was thinking, what have I done? Think, which mishap could it be that this man is connected with in your life? And then he followed it with, thank goodness, filling up my front room with jewellery. And I went, phew, because I thought I was in trouble for a minute. His wife was a jewellery maker. It's true. Have a look. Linda gets recognised all the time. The main element of this bundle, it's not because they think she's Anne Robinson. Have a look.
That has actually, I've had that happen. I have had that happen.
Have you?
Yeah. They came to me and they said, "No, go on, say it. I don't know what you're going to say. I'm like, you are the weak link."
Did you know what they were talking about? Yeah. Do you get that all the time?
I've had that happen. Strangely enough, it was the same trip to New York in a shoe shop.
It's because you were English and you look a little tiny. You're not ginger enough to look like her, though.
I think I was at the time.
Oh, she has gone blonder.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of Anne? Have a look at this wire. So how much money were you taking in your back pocket? You need a metre of wire. What would you take? A metre? I get ring memory wire. Well, I tell you who's had that. Oh no, she hasn't. I take it back. Thought it was you. Thought you'd have me ring memory wire.
No,
now, I would make rings out of this. Sarah Elvin actually had ring memory wire and she made a little triangle and a little diamond. It looked great. Sarah's designs were brilliant, weren't they, the other day? I loved them. Now, how much would you pay? You go to the jewellery quarter, don't you, sometimes?
I do, yes, I do.
How much would you pay for a metre of real silver and gold if you were to go out somewhere like that and you had to come home with it? We didn't have any at Jewellery Maker, life or death situation.
Well, a bad situation. Struggle to get it, to be honest.
Do you think?
Well, in the jewellery quarter, you may do. There are a couple of specialist companies there that you might well get it from, but it's going to be seriously expensive. I mean, I bought a 14-inch length of silver chain from there 3 years ago now. I wanted it for a special project. Very, very tiny links.
Like fine.
And yeah, very, very fine. And I think it cost me, from memory, it cost me £27, I think, for
Crikey.
For that 14-inch length of chain.
For 14 inches?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going
You
back
couldn't
about,
even have made a necklace out of that.
No, you couldn't. No, I mean it was a bracelet I was doing, but I couldn't find it any cheaper than I went to a few places in the jewellery quarter, and it was when silver was at all-time high. So
well, it fluctuates, and this is the great thing about having it in your stash. Exactly. It's always got a value of some sort.
Exactly.
Now, if you're creating jewellery that you're going to have valued, I'd say you've got to pick up this bundle. Be as quick as you can in doing so, though, because it's already flying out on the website. You have got your silver flash copper beads, 2.5 mil, 395 of those, 0.4 wire, a metre of, and you've got your bracelet, your ring Mendru. Are you insane? How much? Don't look, don't look, don't look. How much?
I haven't looked, promise.
Don't look. How much is it?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
I'm going to put myself out on a limb here.
Realistically,
£24.95.
Yeah, you think. Now look.
Oh, I was a bit of a way out then, wasn't I?
What are you up to today? What are you doing today? £7.95. I bet you was naughty sometimes at school, Laura, and this is what you just. Oh, it's Laura. She's having one of those days. It's just being a monkey. Laura just said, when I was little, sometimes I wouldn't do my work. I just sit and sharpen pencils to look busy. Laura.
Yeah. That actually makes you look very intelligent when you sit and sharpen pencils.
Does it?
Yeah. I used to do that one.
I'll try that then.
Yeah, it makes you look really intelligent.
Do I look clever now? No, didn't work with me, did it? I used to just draw. Were you a prefect, Laura? I wasn't allowed to be a prefect. I was the reason they needed prefects. You were a prefect, Cass. Oh, Chloe, we already knew you were a prefect, Miss Perfect Prissy Pants. Ry was a prefect. He was the one that you could always bribe with chocolate. Look, just let me in. I'll give you that. Yeah, all right then. Just don't say nothing. Oh, Chloe was the head prefect. Oh, I'm going to lock her in a cupboard later.
It's a great way to bribe people.
What's a great way to bribe? Oh, you were being the head prefect. Bribery is not something that Jewellery Maker stand for. I mean, I personally like a bit of bribery. Now, I'm going to give to you. Oh, do you know what? This is the exact strand that created the soutache that we now know as the, what's his name again? Rafiki. This is, I love, this has got to be one of the best strands, hasn't it, of labradorite? Wow! Now you see this exact strand. In fact, this is the one that, where has he gone? Rafiki!
He's back.
Oh, well, can I have him? Oh, what? He's a sort of good luck charm, isn't he?
It's definitely magic.
What was that? No, you should have hit me with a stick. That's what Rafiki does. And if it was for the purpose of Rafiki, I would have accepted it. Now, I think we need to have a look at what's created this wonderful piece of soutache. It's fabulous. Now, Linda has put this together because of the stunning qualities of each gemstone. You'll see they're separated by gizmo coils, and that has two effects. It allows us to see the individual properties of this labradorite, but also they separate. And so that actually has a function of preventing the gemstones from rubbing together, so it keeps them nice and safe. Now, these could be rings. I'd prong set them, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you prong set this into a ring? I love them. They're pendants and a ring set. And if you're making stud earrings, go to some of the smaller, perfect stud earrings. Now, those 80s style stud earrings, you know, the Dallas style, the Joan Collins style stud earrings are back in. If you want to make those dynasty dazzlers, then get this strand. I'm also going to give you one of the most beautiful strands of iolite. Look at these, they're rondelles and they're all faceted. They're fabulous. Inkwell blues is what you've got coming from this strand. Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, iolite is historically a very important gemstone. It has polarizing qualities. So the Vikings would use it to see through the clouds. They would see through the clouds to the sun, therefore knowing which direction they were moving in. And so, you know what, they used it like that, but then it, of course, became very important in jewellery as well. Have a look. Now, I'm thinking waterfall. I'm thinking cascading waters crashing against the rocks in a tropical destination. Look at these three. And then look. Wow. Striking, striking, striking. Do you know what? Really taking those electric blues from the labradorites and seeing them through into this wonderful blue quartz. Graduated, checkerboard faceted labradorite puffy coins. They graduate between 8 and 12 mil. This is a must-have 18 centimetre strand. Your iolite sources are 4x2 to 10x5 on a 24 centimetre strand. Your blue coloured quartz, 6 mil. And your small nuggets, 3x2 to 11x3 on an 80 centimetre strand. You will also get those triple knot spacers that I just adore. Let me show you these individually. My little love buns. Have a look at these. Whoops-a-daisy. All of this going at the price tag you would expect to pay for that labradorite alone. Oh gosh, sorry, Chloe. Oh! 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 Chloe, you do it. I can't get them. Here we are. I'm just going to hold them like this. I do need to go back to tweezers school, it's true. Wonderful. Solid sterling silver they are as well. And they're a little bit slippery. 10 of them in a pack. Look at the patterns. Entwined. Right, what would you pay for this strand alone? 20... I would pay over £20 for this strand, would you, Linda?
Definitely. Definitely.
I think you've got to appreciate, actually, you've got to appreciate our price tags sometimes. And I think, I do this. I come in and I buy gemstones from you and I'll go, oh, well, those are quite a high price. But no, they're not. Because do you know what it is? You go and research labradorite. You go and look at how expensive it is. Not only that, because I've got a thing about labradorite that I see elsewhere. Some of it's really crackly. Great Schiller, but some of the really expensive pieces, they got all these crackles in them, which is fine, but ours is so fluid, which I much prefer, because it feels more magical. It doesn't feel like the magic is breaking up. Look at this. Striking. Literally striking. Look at that labradorescence. Oh. That is on the smallest one. You have to, that's got to be one of our most expensive strands of labradorite, hasn't it? Now, I'm going to give you all of this for a price tag that I think you'd be prepared to pay for just the labradorite alone. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 strands, 10 pieces of sterling silver for £24.95. You have to have this. I've got to go over to Linda and see exactly what she's made from this. And I know you're going to want me to count the labradorite. Can I wear it as a necklace? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 pairs of earrings. And no, I'm not going to do that actually. They're all pendants. I love them. I'm going to take them with me. I'm going to take Kirsty's ring and I'm going to take this labradorite. And I'm going to make sure, I've got some treats today, I've got some absolute treats. Now, Linda has put together some of the most remarkably beautiful jewellery from this collection, and I want you to get in there fast because it's very limited edition. Let's take a look at Linda's designs. Now, to say that this is breathtaking, you've used the mesh for the rose, Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's the new mesh that we've had in
Gorgeous.
very recently.
How do you find it?
I love it, absolutely love it. I'm just going to demonstrate on that those petals, and it's just a little bit of sort of a floristry technique.
I love with those big labradorites. What a striking piece of jewellery you've created here. Isn't this beautiful? Beautiful. Just beautiful. And notice you've made up with gold mesh today.
Yes, I just
You're
decided,
showing us how the
because it's a boutique. You see, I take home the strands, and primarily it's strands, and today we're really lucky because we've got these new sterling silver little twisted rings and things, which are very valid to use as a bead.
You could actually attach jump rings in between each one and make a bracelet out of those.
Absolutely. But generally then I can put things together, you know, with my stash at home. So I decided with this one, I did a very similar one the other week in a boutique where the petals were just on top of one another, but I thought I'd quickly show you how to make those petals.
I better model it.
And yes, you better.
I mean, it's rude not to.
And it is very rude, absolutely rude not to, I agree.
Look how gorgeous that is.
But
it just changes your outfit now, because now I'm ready to go out, you know? This is so good. It's very classic, actually.
Look at that lab sitting here.
Even though it's a contemporary edition, the mesh, doesn't it look classic?
It looks lovely. Really, really lovely. And the beauty is it that you've got that stunning centerpiece labradorite there, and then you've got the chips that you can use sort of less expensively along the neckline and have tons left over for, like there's a macrame necklace on the end there which has got a fair amount of them in, and still have loads left over again. So it's nice to have two of the same gemstone but cut differently in a selection. And to be honest, the iolite is, and I do mean this when I say it, is one of the nicest strands of iolite I've ever seen. I think the cut is
It's my
unusual.
favourite too,
yeah,
actually.
It's the cut that's got it for me. It's this rondelle cut that's a little bit, it's not like a rondelle because it's faceted out to the edges.
It's really hard to describe. Look at this work of art. How beautiful.
But there's lots of gemstone properties coming off of the gemstone here.
Look at the charm. The labradorescence. Did you hear me go?
So the lab and the iolite, look at the contrast between those two deep colours working absolutely perfectly together. And it would work equally as nice with gold.
Aren't these beautiful?
They
Just
are, they're
beautiful.
stunning, absolutely stunning.
Somebody's just texting to congratulate me for the engagement. They've just seen my ring.
All right, you're
Listen,
engaged to Kirsty.
nobody is that mad to marry me, all right? I wish, but no. And in fact, Kirsty, I will. Where is
Just
she?
about to say, yeah.
Get her down here.
Yeah, that's good. We'll look
If
forward
it means
to
I'm going to get this, I'll pretty much marry anyone. And yes, that was an open offer. Now, we're going to get on to the demonstration.
Okay, to make the petals in the mesh, I think Gemma may have showed similar things in the past as well. But it's a double whammy here because your mesh, if you've been lucky enough to get any of the mesh recently, comes in tons of colours. The deep reds and that would work just as beautifully, wouldn't they? There's a beautiful deep Merlot red that would look stunning with that.
The garnet from earlier would look
absolutely
gorgeous with this.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But the mesh now comes in this little pot. You might think I'm a bit silly for mentioning that, but I've used that as my template for the larger petals.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Natalia was saying the other day she
Was
used
she?
it for something,
Yeah.
and of course we can fill it with all the little bits and bobs that we don't use.
Absolutely, so don't throw them away because, you know, I was looking around the house the other day thinking, because my ring mandrel didn't go up this big, and I thought, oh, what am I going to find mine? And then I thought, I've got my mesh in here, so that's exactly what I've used. So all you need to do is to take the pot, take a length of 1mm wire, and just pop it with your thumb, place it against the pot there, and then just take your hand round, take both ends of the wire, bring them as close as you can. See, I'm actually holding that, so that's the tension on it, and then turn the pot. Whoops. Turn the pot, just so that you've got...
If I haven't got that pot, can I use something else?
You can use anything at all, anything. Anything that the wire will bend around, then you can get more diverse shapes. But a round is good to start with, but obviously you can pinch these and make them into leaf shapes just by pinching through the centre. Round nose pliers, just pinching on the end. But a round's good to start with, and then we can alter it once the mesh is on as well if we want. So I made 3 of the larger ones like that. Then with the mesh, I just opened it out. Okay, just pinch the ends, just slightly.
Tease it out.
Tease it out. Yeah. If you decide you don't want to do this when you're halfway through, the mesh will go back to shape. Okay.
I love mesh for that.
Exactly. It will
If only our life was made of mesh. Every time we make a mistake, we just pull it back together.
again.
Everything's fine.
Take this template shape that you've got, pop it onto the end of the mesh, and then just slide the mesh on. Okay, just slide it up to the end, and then when it just about skims the surface, get the mesh and pinch it. Now because it's wire mesh, okay, it's going to stay. Just twist it. It's going to stay. It's very fine wire, so it'll stay perfectly safely around there. If you just want to add a tiny little bit of glue on the end, that's absolutely fine, but it will stay there, trust me. And then all you need to do then is just put some tension on the mesh there, and again, finger and thumb, pinch it as close as you can to the frame and twist. Again, because it's the wire, it will stay there. And then you just need to take a pair of your cutters and cut it off there, and then just pinch again. Now what I would suggest you do, because this isn't actually going round a frame, just pop a little bit of jewellery glue right on that end there, and then let that dry, and then if you want to, you can just take a little bit more off to get the point. If you want to change the shape, just pull and push. Now if you make, I've made, I think probably, I don't know, 3, is it 3? No, I've made 5 of the larger and then 3 smaller ones. So go on to the ring mandrel then, which has got lots and lots and lots and lots of ring measurements on, and you can make a really full-blown rose, fantasy flower, whatever you want, but by going down that ring mandrel and doing exactly the same as I've done here. And then all you need to do then, if you get one of the beautiful labradorite gemstones off of this gorgeous strand, let's just take one off. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. So we'll take one off, and then take some 4mm wire, or 6, whichever will go through the gemstone. And when you get really good quality gemstone, you'll find that the hole is smaller, because they just don't want to mess around with the gemstone. They want to put the hole through as small as they can. So 4mm will go through every time, but you might just get 6mm through on as well. And then all I did, I made a little stopper. Now on the one that Jen's wearing at the moment, I made a sort of a little triple stopper, which was simply, let's just demonstrate that on something else. All I did was I took the wire and I just did a little turn that way, and then I did a little turn the other way, which is affecting a figure of 8, just like that, and then straightened it up, and then I just turned it round on itself, just like that, straighten it up again. And then that was a little filigree that I then used as my stopper for the end of the lab. But obviously I was using 4mm, which you probably can't see very well. But that little stopper, it's just a little bit of decoration, which just adds to the design, really. If I just cut that off, do that in the 4mm or the 6mm. And all I'll do now is I'll just do a little turn stopper. Okay, and pop it through, and then that really is ready then to pop into the design by simply getting how many of these petals that you want to make. Take the petal in one hand and just bend it down a little, just a little bit of a quirk. Okay, just bend it down so that you've got your thumb there, so you've got some sort of natural form going through it. The same with the other. Okay, do it that way round, same with the other. And then it's a matter of just placing one on top of the other like that. I've got another one here. Place one on top of the other like that. Perhaps just put it in that direction if you've got 5. And then simply take one of the lengths that you've got left over and take that around the top. This is just like a floristry technique. Take that
lovely
around
on the Christmas table, wouldn't it?
And then simply all you need to do then is, when you've got any more petals in place, is to pop the gemstone into the equation as well and wrap that through in exactly the same way. Pop another, pop another, pop another 2 or 3 little petals. Make as big or a smaller shape that you want to. Make them sort of very fat. Don't think a sort of correct flower look, because you'll never achieve that. And and when you're making jewellery anyway, these sort of fantasy looks are much easier on the eye to some respect. So And again, as I say, you can because you've got using these as your template, you can, if you want to, you can pull on that and make it much more of a different shape. So now I've pulled on that and I've got more of a sort of a leaf shape going on there, and that's just simply by manoeuvring that wire, pulling it out that way. We can just alter the shape of any of the petals as we go along. Gorgeous.
I love this, and I'm just thinking of a million ways in which it's going to look amazing on your hair, on a bridal piece.
I think who was it the other day? They made, was it Cherry made some made a tiara and a comb with lots and lots of twists on it. That would look stunning as the centerpiece, something like this design. Very easy to do by literally making them all separately and then bringing them all together using one of the lengths of wire, twisting it round to hold the base of that flower, and then leaving another wire on. Don't cut the wires off of the excess as such. Don't cut them off boomf like that. Just cut them off slightly longer, about 2 inches, and then do a coil. Use your round nose pliers to coil them into the bed of the flower so that you've got no rough ends of wire sitting against your flesh there if you just coil them in. And then you can use those coils that you've coiled in to put your thread through.
Ah, yeah.
Which is exactly what I've
done. And you can put
there.
Lots of different types of thread through there then.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to bring you, we've had about 7 texts because I'm wearing Kirsty's ring. Oh, congratulations, Jen. No, nobody in their right mind is that stupid to stay with me forever. Now, come across, I've got to give it back. I don't want to. Chloe's been in here 3 times and gone.
You can leave it with me.
Will you keep it? Don't give it to Chloe.
I won't give it to Chloe.
We can pretend we're engaged. Well, you really were. Let's go. I'm married. Come on. Now, earlier on, Laura and I were talking to you about how we were both just going mad over this certain website that we love. And if you love to sort of go and search the net and things like that for different things, then if you've been on the Links of London website like Laura and I have been, or if you love Thomas Saba, you might love Pandora. But the first website I mentioned have a beautiful pink amethyst pendant on rose gold. It's £995 and Laura and I fell in love with it. It's gorgeous, it's absolutely beautiful. Neither Laura and I can stretch it to that necklace unless we take Kirsty's ring and pawn shop. Now, have a look at this. I want you, maybe you did, you know I said to you earlier on, go and do a web search on pink amethyst. If you put pink amethyst pendant, that famous website will come up, I think it's sort of third scroll down or something, and you click on it and it's absolutely stunning. And don't you love doing a bit of research like that? Don't you love being inspired by other high-end designers? Now, one of these is in fact quite a lot smaller than that pink amethyst, but me and Laura still want it, don't we? We could get that. We could save and save and save and feel guiltier and guiltier each day, or we could get one of these strands and make lots of them, and we could get our rose gold wire and do a little wrap, and we could sell these as individual pendants. That is exactly what I'm going to do with mine. What are you going to do with yours? Now, I'm going to show you that this strand is absolutely blessed with every single gemstone being as high a quality as the next. They are just stunning. Isn't a briolette cut one of your favourites, if not your favourites? Don't you just love Rachel Norris's designs? Have you seen them? Oh, with exactly this shape. She's done so many wonderful pieces out of the Gems of Distinction strands. Rachel Norris is a big lover of Gems of Distinction. You can see why, can't you? I mean, this strand is striking. I want you to take note of the clarity, because clarity like this, now it doesn't happen very often. Let's think about amethyst. Not every day do we see clarity in any amethyst, do we? Do we? I just want you to pay attention to that clarity. Look very, very closely to every single one. Aren't they divine? Look at the briolette cut. Isn't it gorgeous? Just stunning. Now I want you to imagine that pair of earrings you're going to design. I want you to imagine what you're going to set this into. Think about some 1.4 wire around and around and around the top. Don't hide too much of it. Little wrap loop and then some fine chain. Perfect. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to take these up against my neckline and show you how wonderful they are against the skin. Decadent, expensive looking, beautiful. You could create a stunning set out of a pendant and matching earrings, couldn't you? Oh my gosh. This really is one of the finest strands of pink amethyst. And I gave you a strand last week. Oh, heart-stoppingly gorgeous. It sold out in a heartbeat. Do you love it? Do you need it? This is a very high-end strand. Can you imagine, Linda? And we know that there's a journey from the mine to the jewellery that you create. Yes. A long journey. We talk about middleman here, and actually I was speaking to Lee the other night, and he's done a DVD on the journey of the gemstone. He was saying, you know, you talk about middlemen, it's not 3 people. There are so many people involved in bringing you a piece of jewellery, from the actual mining itself, to then taking it to the market and going to the certain amethyst distributors, then them taking it, cutting it in a certain way, then them offering it to this customer, that, and they're coming and choosing and setting it. I mean, there are literally so many people involved. Now, let's just talk about one of those people, the lapidrist. Taking those pieces of beautiful pink amethyst and cutting every single one of those tiny weeny facets. How much did you really pay somebody to do that to every single one of your gemstones? Think about that. And Linda, look at the beauty of these gemstones and tell me, what are you prepared to pay with the thought in mind that you want to make a profit? So for you, this is going to be a strand you create jewellery out of that you're going to sell as gifts. What would you be prepared to pay in order to be able to do that, make beautiful jewellery and make a profit? I'll count them for you if that helps.
Okay, I mean, I think with a strand like that, the first profit thought that comes to mind is the fact that you can put, how many are there on there?
13.
13, right. Well, you've got 13 single drop pendant necklaces to start off with, haven't you? You've got a pendant and you have got matching earrings, haven't you? And you've still got 10 left over. You've got a ring and you've still got 9 left over. So if you work on pieces of jewellery, as opposed to what you pay for the strand, that's where your profit lies, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
But obviously that's the integral part of it, that's the start of it. And you've got gem collector quality pink with a magical name of amethyst as well, which is a recognisable gem anywhere in the world. Everybody in any language.
So established already before you even set it.
Yeah. So you've got your trend, you've got your set, you've got the knowledge is there. Everybody knows it. So consequently, it's perceived with a high value to start with. So you have got people there that aren't, oh, I'm not paying that for that, because your perception is, yeah, this is a quality gemstone. Having said that, for a strand like that, I mean, and I honestly, hand on heart, have no idea what that's going to come on screen at. But because it's got that magical name amethyst, I'm probably thinking $17.95, $18.95 a strand.
That would be a really good price. What do you think? I'm thinking $24.95. Right, I don't know how much is it.
I'm going on Jewellery Maker.
How much is it?
Silly prices.
Tell me, Laura. Don't be a tease. Get the bleep out of here.
Oh my word. And I genuinely didn't know how much that was going to be. And that's the truth.
Are you in? No, you. But, if I don't multi-buy this, I'm a fool to myself, aren't I?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. And look at, you know,
it's for nothing.
As a jewellery maker, you home in first on the visual things, which are the colour. And look at the colour.
Ah, are you serious?
Stunning.
The faceting, I'd pay somebody that to facet one.
Yeah.
Are you serious? The work that goes into these gemstones? Laura, I think you ought to go to a mine and actually, it would break your heart.
Go down that mine.
It will break a heart then, because it is heartbreaking actually, this kind of thing. When you get passionate about gemstones, you really learn about them. Hannah Roxby is a gemologist, as are many, many, many wonderful people in this building. Now, I get lectures on gemstones all the time. My partner's a gemologist. He never stops. I ask him about a gemstone and he will come out with a million facts. Get so passionate about it. Yeah. We get so passionate about gemstones. You need to get this strand. It's only $7.90. If the value is... Hang on. Can you imagine how heartbroken I am now if you know I was going to buy that pendant and it was that or eat for the rest of my life? I chose eat. If I'd have bought that, I'd have literally got... If I'd have bought that pendant, me and you right now, we'd be wrestling. I'd have killed you. Because look, this gemstone is expensive elsewhere. If you're experiencing the engaged tone, well, of course, as you can imagine, the phone lines are lighting up like Christmas trees right now. There's lots of, well, of course you've got to multi-buy this. Like, I've got to multi-buy this, I'm silly not to, aren't I? I mean, Definitely. This doesn't happen. This is crazy. Don't think that you could walk into anywhere and get prices like this for genuine pink amethyst, because that's not... This is what I mean, Laura, it is, you are devaluing them, and I tell you what, I'm going to be really honest with you. I would like you, in fact, I'm going to request that you get sent to a mine for a month. Yeah, for a month. Take a camp bed, it's going to get awful chilly. 7 nights, but I want you to see the sheer hard work that goes into the mining of a gemstone like amethyst. It's not just something you can come by like that. There is a huge story. I mean, to you, it's your waterfall cascade. It's your, but when you're creating, please consider where these wonderful gemstones have come from. Isn't this a glorious opportunity for you right now? Are you seeing pound signs in your eyes? This is crazy.
I mean, it's supply and demand as well, isn't it? You know, there's got a big thing there with gemstone as well. We don't have that much pink amethyst, and I don't think I've ever seen any quite that. It's almost like a kunzite colour, isn't it?
It's absolutely like that. Do you know, I'm going to be really honest with you. You know when you said $17.95, I thought, flipping heck, what's she talking about? They're going to be way more than that. Everyone's going to be like, yeah, I did. I thought, well, no, they're not. I know they're going over 20 quid. These are gems of distinction. I thought, oh, crikey, Linda, of course they're not $17.95. What are you saying?
And I was going on bonkers Jewellery Maker pricing, wasn't I? So, you know, I mean, I know it's difficult.
I honestly thought this strand was more expensive. Laura doesn't talk to me about prices because we just get... I don't really like numbers first thing in the morning. Sometimes I know them, sometimes I don't. A lot of the time I don't, because I don't like them. Sometimes they're fair, sometimes...
At the end of the day, though, it's great, great, great value for jewellery makers out there. And it's a strand, to be honest, when you get it home, you won't use it straight away. No chance. You'll just want to look at it.
It's one of those, absolutely. It's going in your precious box. Now, whatever you do with it, please do send us your designs. Now, I've got to let you know it's about to go limited. We still have about 100 of these. What did we start with? 400. Got about 100 left, so 1/4 of the stock. Did that little fraction myself. Now remains. That was good for me. I'm well impressed. Now, don't go anywhere. We're going to go over to that very wall of, in fact, fame. Oh, we do love looking at your pieces. Now, $7.95 is the price tag for your amethyst. There's less than 100 left now, so if you want them and you are multi-buying, quick. Now, monochrome. I always think of you when I think monochrome. It's your thing, isn't it?
I love Rutar quartz. I adore it.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's like modern arts.
Yeah,
splashes
it's Jackson Pollock in a gemstone.
439. Danielle O'Brien. And Danielle writes, here is my Wall of Fame entry I made. Earrings, a macrame bracelet using the black retail quartz faceted rounds I got from JM, and some sparkle beads from my stash. Hope it's good enough to get on the wall. Of course it is, Danny. As I've only been jewellery making a few months. Danielle, you're amazing already. Isn't this wonderfully
Beautiful.
inspiring?
Absolutely beautiful.
439. Wow,
Macrame
well
really
done.
does actually is a good thing to do with rich home.
Look, with the silver stardust,
Yeah.
I love those. Fabulous. Oh,
This is
peridot. We've got to be
beautiful.
quick.
Look,
I'm
we've
just
got the
being
clasp.
absolutely
Look,
stunning.
This is
oh, I love this.
437.
I'd wear that and I'd
Beautiful,
buy it as
beautiful.
well.
This is Michelle in Manchester. I was watching during the week and a bundle of peridot chips, green coated hematite and black hematite caught my eye. I never normally buy chips, so this was a bit of a departure. Anyway, I've made a simple plaited bracelet and finished with one of those lovely sterling silver box clasps that Jewellery Maker have just started to sell. I've still got some bits left over, and I've ordered another so I can make a matching necklace. Well thought out. Absolutely beautiful.
Now, I have got for you, look at this.
That's amazing.
Milleflore, I love it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Number 440.
Fabulous.
Gorgeous. Look at this. Have a little look. Dear JM, I think this is amazing. I thought you might like to see one of my last polymer clay makes. This bangle was totally inspired by the wonderful Debbie Bolford. I'd never heard of her. I attended her project's course back in June. She's amazing, isn't she? And last year, and I was in June last year, and I was inspired by the Milleflore course. It's been a while since I'd worked with canes, but I was prompted to make some after recently watching Debbie's Milleflore DVD. By the way, I can't spell that word either. I set the flower slices into Sculpey granite clay and finished with light coat of Sculpey glaze, all from JM, of course. Keep inspiring and encouraging us, Debbie, and keep bringing us innovative
I can't say that word, no.
innovative design to enhance. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. Happy jewellery making, says Fiona in Arley. Thank you so much. Do you know, you're just blinking brilliant, you are. That is amazing. Milleflore, everyone. God. Wow.
We've got some sorry silks going on here.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes.
Even looks like some angelite as well.
I love the
beautiful.
stars.
This is number 438 from Jessica in Rotherham. This week's Wall of Fame using blue quartz, crackle quartz stars, black onyx and sari silk, all from Jewellery Maker. I love using the silk to make the little flowers and was inspired by Linda's, Linda's beautiful designs.
Who's Linda?
No idea, she just comes and goes.
I've heard rumours.
Yeah. Beautiful designs using the sari silk. Could we please have larger pieces of the silk to buy where we could perhaps choose the colour and lots of pinks, please? And that's Jessica.
We'll try.
Jessica, we will try that. Yeah, we will definitely try that. I'll put that through to Hannah.
Well, obviously, baby Harriet needs this princess wand.
Oh, I could do that, couldn't I, for my fall?
You must.
Christmas.
Oh, are they in that stage where everything is princess?
Everything's pink.
Oh,
and
I
everything's
love
princess.
that. I love that stage. And they sing Disney. Mia used to sit on a swing singing, I know you.
Oh, that's my favourite. That's my favourite Disney song ever. Is that Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, Mia used to sing it on a... Oh, it's so cute. Hi, Jim. Loving the show, especially Jenny, who has me in stitch. Oh, I didn't even make that up. It actually says it. Thank you, Naz. I love you. This is my entry for this week, and although it's not jewellery as such, it's made with JM wire and gemstones. Keep the bargains coming, and I'll keep buying. Good luck to everyone. I love this wand. Naz Hutchings, I'm not sure where you're from. This is fantastic. I've never seen this. Little bridesmaids.
Oh, yes.
I love that.
Yeah, little
for my
bridesmaids.
fictional wedding.
For your fictional
For my
wedding.
fictional engagement that just happened.
Yes.
I don't know who I'm going to marry.
Kirsty will love. Yeah, she'll love to see.
I'm very high maintenance. Oh, I've got to give you a bit of an update, bit of a news flash on the pink amethyst. We've got less than 40. They're going to sell out. So if you do want it, $7.95. You've got to be quick. After the break, I've got another high-end, and it's not going to $7.95. Another high-end strand for you. Beautiful, rich, striking Russian dioxide.
Never get a colour.
We'll be right back.
Oh.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we have many stages of quality control, from lab tests all the way through to our own in-house gemologists. We're confident with our quality, but we want to give you that peace of mind by offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through numerous techniques, including the woven and basket weave canes, checkerboard canes, Celtic canes and much more. If you're looking to create timeless handmade jewellery, then this is the course for you. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, buffet style lunch and refreshments, and all for just £67.95. For details on course dates and availability, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. We look forward to seeing you.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
A gemstone that is set into beautiful jewellery that can be found at some of the most exquisite and exclusive jewellers about the world. Only mined for 3 months of the year. Russian dioxide. Beautiful. June, July and August. The weather is just about all right to reach the mines. After that time, so about now, the mine begins to freeze over. The roads to the mine are inaccessible. Looks a little bit like this during mining season. This is mining season. Right about now, that road is being covered with a thick blanket of icy snow. And so conditions mean it's not safe to get to the mine. In some cases, it's impossible to get to the mine. And when, right about now, the Russian dioxide starts to be distributed about the world, their findings of the 3 months get spread across the globe. It's usually the United States and China that get hold of this gemstone first. It's like a snatching frenzy to get hold of this gem. Usually always set with beautiful 18-karat gold. When you see it out there on the high-end market, Russian dioxide is a jeweller's gemstone. It's not a gemstone when you take it in to be valued that your jeweller is ever going to expect you to have in your collection as a jewellery maker, because the independent jeweller has to literally go through hoops to get hold of a gemstone like this for a special commission, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. Often it just doesn't happen. Jewellers can't get hold of this gemstone, yet here you see yourself with an opportunity to get one of the world's most striking, one of the world's most sought after green gemstones. Now you see this green, most of our emeralds are treated in some way. Heat treated or coated. Now, heat treatment isn't a bad thing. It's actually what would happen over time in the earth anyway to get it a certain type of green. So when we mine for this, for emeralds and things, or ruby, or any other gemstones that we want a certain colour, sapphires, let's say, sometimes to speed up Mother Nature's process, we heat them to get them to the colour they would be if they were left in the ground for a long time. Now, very important to note that this strand, and in fact most all Russian dioxide, is never treated. You know why? Because it comes out of the ground, this striking, beautiful, fabulous, flamboyant green. We had a customer approach us at the NEC. She had a Russian dioxide piece valued. It was hundreds of pounds it got valued for. Maybe you want to get your Russian dioxide valued. There's a queue on the phone lines. I've got to give you a price tag. These are nearly all gone already on the website. GGGZ54 is your item code. 20 carats of Russian dioxide for just $39.95 for a gemstone that is so sought after. Our American audience are going to just go bananas for this one. I know it, aren't they gorgeous? Can you get over the fact that you've got these in your collection to rosary link into that gold wire we had earlier? Did you get the meter of gold wire? Perfect, rosary link it. Gorgeous. High end, expensive, beautiful piece of jewellery that you are going to create with this striking strand. Now, Linda, it's another privilege from us here today to be able to work with gemstones like this, isn't it?
It sure is. A couple of years ago, a lady came in, I think she was on the original Sunday sofa, and she'd bought some Russian dioxide, and she'd had it for ages and ages and ages, and she said, I just don't know how to use it. It's so perfect, it's so beautiful, it's so rare. It's so simply gorgeous. What am I going to do? And I just said to her, look, you know, this is an heirloom gemstone, you know, and because of the fact that we can't get it very often, and supply and demand, etc., and everybody loves it, so everybody's chasing it, then make something that you can hand down. So she teamed it with some little 4mm cultured pearls. She brought it in next time she was on air, and I'm not kidding you, it's probably the most stunning piece of jewellery I've ever seen. And she'd got 2 daughters, so the next time dioxide was on, and it wasn't the same cut, and I don't think it was the same quality neither, but she bought that next strand because her one daughter had said, well, you know, you've got 2 daughters, Mum, who are you going to, if this is an heirloom piece, who are you going to, we're going to argue about it, aren't we? So she made the other daughter one as well.
Yeah, you know as I do, you can't give one without the other, can you?
Well, no, you can't, not at that level anyway. And I mean, it's strange. I've only got one dioxide piece, and it's smaller than that. My husband bought it for me many years. I saw it in a hotel in London, and I fell in love with it because I love the deep green against the gold.
You go to hotels that sells jewellery?
Well, you know those hotels where you have those little pockets of high-end jewellers' windows?
You're so posh.
So posh. But no, I mean, I really hang. He did it with another bracelet I've got as well. I tend to know.
What a lovely husband.
Well, I don't actually.
You just hint.
Yes, yeah, hint like a bucket. You know, like kicking a bucket.
Oh, I'd love
loud.
it if somebody bought me this. Do you do that?
But I like to wear something that isn't the norm, and I like people to say, oh, you know, what's that? Is it? And
it's got a story.
It's chrome dioxide. What's that? And then you tell them that fabulous story.
I love it. It's so special, isn't it?
It is very special.
What a lovely husband you've got. What's your husband's name?
Peter.
What a lovely man.
Yeah.
Are you a princess? These are about to sell out. They're about to sell out now. Let's do some. Oh, I love these. Sparkle. Now we've been. Oh, the wand. I love the wand we just saw on the wall of fame. If you want to create that, I've got something fabulous for you. Now you do want to create that. So look, Linda, look. This is the princess collection.
Wow, that's sparkly.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine your granddaughters? Oh gosh.
No, I need a wand. I'm having it for me.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm definitely having a wand.
Look at that.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh,
it's sparkly.
Gorgeous. Oh, I want to make that. I bet everybody is at home going, I'm going to make a wand. I want to make a wand. Perfect. I want to. I'm just thinking my nieces are going to love that at Christmas. I'm so going to make them a wand. It's happening.
Yeah, but you've got to have a wand for yourself as well to magic the wands out of the cupboard where the little ones are. But so you've got to have yours in that.
Absolutely. Oh, what a lovely magical bundle this is. What a sparkly bundle this is. Isn't it beautiful? You get ever such a lot as well. Think about these Shambhala style bracelets, and definitely these are little princesses' Christmas presents right here. If you're thinking about your niece or your granddaughter or your daughter or your best friend's little girl or your goddaughter and you want to make her something really special, my nieces are they love jewellery making as well. They love it.
I mean, the thing is as well though, Jen, just ever so quickly, is if you look at how much the ones that are made from plastics and acrylics are in the shops anyway, and then we'll equate it to the gemstone version of it afterwards, and then just say to this little person, oh, you know, let mummy keep this safe for you, blah blah blah, and then when that little person's a little bit bigger, that one can magically be taken apart and made into a piece of jewellery.
Oh.
See where I'm going with all these girls in my family?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And do you know what? If you make something for your granddaughters, they'll always have that.
Yeah.
It's magical, isn't it? Actually, little ones like that are special with real pearls and real gemstones, they really are. They really are going to be highly regarded. I mean, they're just going to love them, your little princess. They're going to tell everyone these are real pearls. You know, and actually they're going to pass them down. Maybe they'll keep them in a one shape and give them to their little girls. We seem to be doing that with ponies at the moment. Our house, Mia won't let me get rid of any of them because she's going to hand them down to her fictional children.
Oh, okay.
Look at what you've got here. Just so stunning. All of this, they're gorgeous. Mystic Rose Quartz faceted rounds, between 5 and 6 mil, a very slight graduation. Mystic White Quartz rounds, 8 mil. Gorgeous, must have. And Rose Quartz plain rounds, 10 mil. I love it. It's called Bridesmaid Chic. And just $15.95. You've got to have this one. For little girls, this is an absolute must. Not just little girls, I'd wear these. I would, I love them. Now, there's 2 ways in which you can come and shop with us here today at Jewellery Maker. You can get yourself on those telephone lines. If you're dialing from a UK landline, it's free. 0800 644 655, or you can get involved on the website or the www.jewellerymaker.com. Wonderful to have your company here today. Now, my lovelies, can we do that? Laura, do you mind if we just recap this one? Because I just think this was just such a wonderful value. Is that all right? Sorry to be a div. Sorry to be a div, but it has to happen. Queen Div. Who's Queen Div in this building? Is it Sheila?
Possibly.
Who's the biggest diva? I wonder who it is.
Yeah, Sheila would say Linda, but I'm definitely saying
Sheila would say Linda.
Yeah, but I'm definitely saying it's Sheila, so ignore that.
Have a look. What did you say? Who did you say it was, Ryan? I won't repeat it. Have a look. You get a metre of chain. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. Where's my tweezeroonies? Right next to me as always now. Not me and my tweezers. Did you see yesterday? Oh no, because you wouldn't have seen that because it was a DVD. Now, I recorded a DVD the other day with Gemma, and she did a peacock feather embellishment. Now look at this. Kind of reminds me. You get all these wonderful findings. Now the wire's $14.95 on its own. Look at all the findings. You get a metre of chain. You get all these wonderful brand new findings. Toggle clasps. Oh, you've got such a lot. Now, I'm going to give you that wire. Now this is real silver on E-coated copper, and it's 0.4. 0.4 is one of our most popular densities of wire, our most popular gauges. Now, let's give you a fantastic opportunity. KEGC08 is your item code 46. Oh, we're going to give you these findings for nothing. Because this on its own on the website is $14.95. You're going to buy it anyway today. Get this deal with this code. You can buy it on its own if you want. The code is KJJM22 and it's $14.95 on its own, KJJM22. Or you can use the code KEGC08, buy the wire and get the findings for free. I do like a deal. Don't you love it when it's buy something and get something for free? I love that. Do you remember there used to be a famous makeup thing, that Yves bloody blah. My mum in the 80s used to buy loads of makeup just to get a free mystery gift, and it would be in this big box with all these. Do you remember that? Did you ever have that? The Yves Rocher stuff.
Oh yes.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do. Green, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mum used to order loads of stuff, and every time you ordered something, you'd get a mystery gift. And my mum wouldn't even want the stuff; she'd just get loads of it just to see what the mystery gift was. Oh, she is a funny one. Now, oh, I love it. I wonder if they're still about.
I think it is actually.
I really used to like it because my mum used to give it all to me. Now, I'm going to give to you. Oh gosh, what a great deal that was, Laura. Well done. Well done for doing your job. Now, I'm going to give to you now. I think this is a bit of a Soutache bundle, so if you don't mind, Laura, we're going to do box 12, okay? Now, have a look at these, because I really want you, I know that you've been looking at Soutache at the moment, and I know that you're doing your micro macrame. I call it skinny macrame. Have a look at this, because I think skinny macrame, micro macrame, perfect with these rounds. But look, 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 and this doesn't happen often. Next size down. Absolutely perfect. I want a taper. If you want to taper, then these two are gorgeous. And I just love a bicone. Do you know why I love these? I'm going to show you. I'm going to put these up to my neckline because they look like chain. I absolutely love these tubes. I think the luster that you get from them is crazy. Have a look at what I've got. I just love them. Do you see they've got that sort of luster of chain? And if you like your, you know those style of bracelets where you get the glass beads and stack them up, begins with P, it kind of reminds me of that somehow. Have a look, really good road together. It's nice, isn't it? Really gorgeous. Now don't forget you've got your two different sizes. And you've got your bicones. Somebody's just texted in, and this is brilliant. Ed is the biggest diva.
Really?
He is a big diva, isn't he?
Yeah, actually, yes.
But he's the kind of diva that you can go, Ed.
Yeah, you're a diva.
No, and he'll go, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I think Ryan Josh is the biggest diva. Shut up, he went in my ear. G-U-G, I know who's the biggest diva, Oxbury. She's not a diva at all. GUGC86, what would you do with these, Linda? Would you put them all together?
You certainly can. I was just thinking that is a bundle, that is a kit, isn't it? You can certainly put it all together. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, I'd make some sophisticated jewellery with that, without a doubt. I'd probably do a beaded bead with those, because that's my favourite shape, the bicone.
Me too, because you don't get the gaps.
Yeah, so I think I'd make a beaded bead with that, and perhaps put them on the is it the hematite tubes? Just that beaded bead on there as a little pendant. But you can't beat hematite for sophistication, without a shadow of a doubt. And then teamed with that gorgeous, gorgeous lilac amethyst. Superb. Superb.
I love that we can make our own jewellery and just wear, if you're going out the weekend, you just want to make something that matches that outfit. It's such an effort to trawl around the shops.
Well, I was just about to say that. You go out the shops, you've got something in your head, you've got a picture of, in perfect world, this is what I want. But perfect worlds don't exist, so you never find it. You've trudged all the shops, you never find it. Learn how to make jewellery and you can have it just like that.
This is exactly the kind of bundle you need in your stash to do that. What if I was to give you this for £3.25 a strand? You've got genuine amethyst here. £3.25 a strand. Oh my gosh. If you've got an open basket, oh, by the way, is your basket open? If you've already paid your £2.95 P&P, the rest is on us, right the way up until midnight. How fantastic is that? £12, 95 pence, 0800 644 655. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well done. Right, I feel that there's quite a Christmassy feel behind my next. I feel that there's a Christmassy feel. Christmas tree. You can call something Christmas now. Jewellery makers have made most of their Christmas stuff. Now, come on. She's saying, I can't call bundles. Now, change this. Change this. Winterberry, it's definitely hollyberry strand. It is, look. Look, listen, when your thermal socks come out, those woolly ones with all the stripes, this winter. I was wearing mine in bed last night.
Oh, that's attractive.
I wasn't really. It's not attractive, is it? That's why no one's married me. Oh, if only I... Have a look. Oh, now, I love the bead loom with these squares. I love it. It looks amazing. I also love a right angle weave. Now these are, you get with the hexagons, 2 strands on 1 strand. Because if we didn't fill the middles up, you'd still have a whole strand of gemstones. And then, do you see what I mean? Does that make sense to you? These are most certainly perfect for Christmas. What would you do with these, Linda Rooney?
Right, okay, I'd make long necklaces, asymmetric necklaces, using chain in between, and just pop them in randomly and make a tassel as well, using the that green shell as the top part of the tassel. Loads and loads. Ring, I was just about to say ring, it's perfect, isn't it, for a
That's
ring?
what Sue's done, our beading
perfect,
buddy.
Perfect for a ring. But as you say, Christmas Day jewellery. Do you know what? I mean, on Christmas Day, you know, I mean, I've got some nice pieces of jewellery, right? Okay, I've got some lovely, lovely pieces of jewellery at home. But Christmas Day is a day when everybody's up, you know, fun and light-hearted. And I wear what I call my Christmas jewellery. And I used to trawl the shops for, you know, green, red, gold, silver, anything that was sort of Christmas baubley look to wear on Christmas Day, and sort of dress myself like a real sort of...
Just do it.
Yeah,
Christmas puff.
baubley thing.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, and also actually fantastic for taking out those rubbish gifts that you get in crackers. Take those out.
Yes.
And pop a ring in. How much is that going to cost you? One of those. That shall make
table
it into
gift.
Yeah, exactly. And in those Christmas colours, that's great, isn't it? For Christmas Day, not going to cost you a lot, but it's going to be much, much better received than another pair of nail clippers. I
agree. I absolutely, wholeheartedly agree. Now, I do think you could, and you're right, you've got to have that piece of jewellery. Like I've got that item of, you know, everything. The socks, the slippers, everything's Christmassy.
That's right,
Everything's
why not? When you've got one day a year, just do it.
Wonderful day with your family, and this is one of those strands that's just going to be there as part of it in your jewellery. AGG C65, a crazy price tag of just £3.30 a strand. I like that. I think it's great value, do you? Wonderful. Oh, look at, can I just show you? I must show you Sue's jewellery. Look at this necklace. See, that is super Christmassy, isn't it?
That's like the little cherries you get in Christmas pudding.
I do love a Christmas pudding.
We're hungry, aren't we, Jen?
I do love everything about Christmas and food, actually. It's a great time for me. That and Easter. Right, shall we do now? Well, if you don't mind, I showed these earlier, so I'd love to do them now, if that's what, thank you. Have a look. Because I've been waiting for this strand, I just love it. I saw Fee had this on last night, or a similar strand, they're not exactly the same, and I thought, I have to have those. Absolute double luxury is what you're about to get. Look at this sparkle. And when we're talking Snow Queen jewellery, when we're talking about sparkle, winter sparkle, this is it right here. That's beautiful. Oh, it is, isn't it? And then I've got for you Aquamarine and Morganite. I love these rondelles. Look at the sparkle. Now this is a high-end. Look at the Morganite. If you bought the rounds earlier, you have to have this. Oh my goodness, I would keep these together. I adore this. What would you do with these, Linda Rooney?
Oh, well, they've got to be high-end, haven't they? They've got to be quite vintagey with those drops. But can you imagine a waterfall of those drops? Literally just a waterfall dropping from, you know, it could be a choker style necklace, but with that waterfall dropping into the, you know, for that black velvet dress.
Lovely.
But
that going out,
tiaras and
bridal jewellery. Laura's saying
jewellery.
she wants to take all of the subtle colours and put them in bridal.
Yeah, definitely. And that teardrop shape, that beautiful teardrop shape there. You see, that's my favourite rondelle as well. That's like the highlight I had in the boutique collection. Oh. It's that same cut. Look how unusual that rondelle cut is.
And you know what? I've got to wear this as a necklace. They're mirror graduated as well.
It really, because of the way that's cut, it really transponds the light, doesn't it? It bounces. So icy, so pretty, so.
Oh, what a piece of. Oh, look, Sue's made something gorgeous. I'm just going to put this up to my
Gorgeous.
neckline to...
Absolutely
The
gorgeous.
heliodor, the little bits of heliodor that come in this strand are fantastic.
I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? It's surprising. As you go down that strand, you can see the pinks, the brighter pinks, the lilacs, the heliodor golds, you know, those serpentine greens. They're all there, and they all work so beautifully together.
They really do. Look
Fabulous.
at this necklace.
I love
How
that
much would you-
chalcedony. That's just divine, isn't it? Those drops.
That is beautiful. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. You saw that in a shop, you'd pay loads for it. Wonderfully talented. Look, can I just show you what Sue's done at the back of this as well? Made a little dropper. I love that. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. We're going to give you this duo for less than £30. Good, isn't it? Good. It's amazing. Did you get the diamonds last night? Absolutely stunning. IGG C44 double luxury. I'm just thinking about these in bridal pieces, and if you wanted really, really subtle bridal earrings, how much would you sell those for? Bridal pieces do tend to be more expensive, don't they? Have a look at that. Oh, stunning. Really classic, really pretty. Now I've just got to give you, we've given you the subtles today, the Christmases today. What about autumn? It's autumn now, right? It's not summer anymore. I like autumn. We put the fire on last night. Big old fire. It was freezing. I put all the fires on, lit all the fires, and put the central heating on. And I woke up this morning, I said to Linda, I woke up like, you know when you just can't breathe because you've suddenly put the central heating, your body's not used to it anymore. I can't breathe this morning. Have a look. Have a look at these. I love the O's. You have got Hessonite garnet. Now garnet, you know how special garnet is. Hessonite garnet is cinnamon stone, it's also known as. Beautiful. And these are the ones that I think look like chain as well. Again, look. Gotta have this. Now this bundle is going at such a ridiculous price tag. If you don't get it, you're silly. Because you've got to create, do you know what, just a stash builder. You're not really silly, but I just think it's a good idea. I love you, not silly. DDG C15 chocolate sundae. Ooh, a chocolate sundae. You're insane for this price tag. I know she's told me, oh my gosh, guess how much I'm going to do these for? What if you were going to pay £4 a strand? That'd be good. Double strand of Hessonite garnet, yeah. Darn tootin'. $7.99. 3 gemstone strands, one of which is a double strand. Unbelievable value. Unbelievable value. You've got Hessonite garnet. Fabulous. Look at that. And this is a must-have. Demerara sugar. You've used Hessonite garnet before quite a few times, haven't you, Linda?
Yes, I have.
What do you love about it?
It's the cinnamon colours.
Isn't
It's
it?
that cinnamony. You can almost smell cinnamon, if you get what I mean. And that's an unusual colour to
I
find.
love it. It
in
makes
a
me want to make
gemstone.
cinnamon cake.
But it's an unusual colour in a gemstone, isn't it? It's not red, it's not brown, it's not bronze. It's in between all of those 3 colours there. So it's a perfect match for other gemstones in my mind. Perfect backdrop.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, but it looks lovely twisted like that.
Oh, that's exactly what I would do with it.
Yeah.
With
fab.
gold.
Yeah, with gold, yeah. Stunning.
Gorgeous. Do you know what? While we're in the mood for a bit of garnet, stay on the phone lines. I'm in the mood for garnet. Oh, my legs. Sorry, I had to. Now, have you seen these garnet spears?
No.
Look, can you see? Aren't they amazing? Spears of garnet. arrowheads of garnet.
It's fantastic because you can make a long diamond shape from those and pop a tiny in the middle.
Yes, just have 2 of them.
Yeah, on an earring, just that, the 2. So you need 4 with a tiny in between. Wow.
I love the idea of these pointing down towards the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a bead scoop as well for you with this.
Those very much.
My bead scoop has tiger's eye and garnet in it. Look at this, I love this. Thank you, darling. Do you know what? Do you know something? Did you get the rice beads? Imagine rice bead on top, at the bottom dangling the spear going downwards.
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly. Fantastic.
Perfection. Well, I just love this strand. And you're not just getting the strand, by the way, although the price might suggest you are. Crazy Laura is giving you, you're so crazy. Laura's crazy. You've got labradorite in here as well. Did you know that? Tell me the price you said you were going to do, because I think I must have heard you wrong. No, I didn't hear you wrong. Why? What? Really? Are you mad? Okay. She is mad. You get so much. These are all rounds. Oh my gosh, if you just started Soutache, you need this. What would you do with all of these, Linda? Sorry, can you hear them all? Can you hear them all cascading everywhere? Now Cassie just looks like she wants to cry right now.
Oh gosh. Oh.
I didn't. I had to show my hand to the camera because they couldn't see it. I'm one of those annoying kids, aren't I, that goes up to a supermarket display and takes the bottom can out of a can mountain. Oh no. Would anyone like to take a hot steamy bath in my gemstone puddle? Anyway, you get loads.
Anyway, yes. You've got that many that if you made a charm bracelet but put about 10 of those on per link and have one of those sort of bubbly charm bracelets, because you've got that many there, you're still going to have tons and tons and tons and tons, hundreds left over.
Do you know, because they're all round, you've got the mixed gemstones here, so it's perfect for that.
Yep.
Oh, Linda, how many of these bead scoops have you got?
How many have I got? I've got a room full of gemstone, and I'm not the tidiest person. I've probably got 10 or 11 of them.
I bet she is tidy.
I've got the gorgeous apatite, citrine and amethyst one. I've got that 3 times.
I got the peridot one yesterday, and the amethyst and the citrine. I loved it. What is the other one I've got? I've got a few of these as well. Literally, you open this up and there are hundreds of these little things everywhere. It's
great being the same shape, all round, isn't it?
Well, actually, yes, because normally we give you chips, don't we? Or an array of different sort of shapes and sizes. So to have all rounds, you know, if you're making a bubble bracelet, this is the perfect one. How many bubble bracelets do you reckon? I think you get at least 3 bubble bracelets, 4 maybe.
And mixed beaded bead charm bracelets, because you've got all the rounds there. You can do.
Could you do a beady bead with mixed? Yeah. And what about mixed sizes? If they're all sort of...
that's fine. It's absolutely,
really?
Yes, it's fine. This is gemstone. You know, don't worry too much about complete and utter perfect structure. Just use the gemstone, and I would definitely do that. Definitely make up as just pick them up and bead with them.
I can't believe you're getting all of these gemstones and the spears of India's heartbeat as well. Well, this is the price tag. I think just the spears should be on their own. Think about the faceting. There's so many. They're gorgeous. They're only 11. You get a whole scoop with loads and loads of garnet and labradorite and tiger's eye. And you're getting the garnet as well. There are queues on the phone. It's about 2 minutes long right now. It is a free phone number if you're dialing from your UK landline. TCGC04 is the item code. What a gorgeous addition to your bead stash this really is. And then the high-end one, keep that for a winter wedding. They're very winter wedding, aren't they? Now, Cass, I am sorry, my darling. I genuinely am. No, don't give me the hand. Please. I am really sorry. I'm so sorry. That's the sort of thing my kids would do and I'd go bananas at. Oh, there we go. Sorry. They just say sorry. They don't mean it. Yep, sorry. You've left all your clothes on the floor again. Sorry. Pick them up then. Ugh. What is that about? Is it girls? Do all girls leave clothes on the floor? Because my son is so tidy.
My son went to university. I must admit, the boys were tidier.
What,
when
than
my
the girls?
daughter
Yeah.
went to uni. Yeah.
What is it? Because I always thought it was the other way around. Girls
I know, you would
are
think so, but no.
awful at it. Well, mine is, not all girls.
Yeah, not all.
Honestly, Max is tidy. Mia, oh. Now, there you go, darling. I did a little sweep for you, swept. Which one shall I do now? I think I'm going to do we've been talking about soutache today, and these are all perfect for soutache. In fact, I think we've used these in soutache. Firstly, I love these because they could be rings and they're on ever such a long strand. And I love stretches like this too. Have a look at the facets. Gorgeous. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they? Don't hit me with a stick, will you, Cass? She's declining to answer that, if you noticed, everybody. Now look, soutache, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at these checkable facets though. Would you put these in rings, Linda?
Definitely. Yep, definitely. I love it with that that sort of sorbet green.
Oh, I love it. Yes, it's so beautiful. It's like it's a real sort of rose garden, actually,
it's
isn't it?
so pretty against those pink hues, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making my mouth water. Ugh.
Why? Because they're like limes.
Yeah, it's making me think of those little macaroons that you can have with coffee. Yes.
Oh, I love those. Have you seen those little sort of in cake making? I want to say meringues, like really round ones, bright colours.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
the little macaroons.
My
There's a very famous company in London that make them, and they make them in every single solitary colour and hue. And the box is divine as well, and it's that colour box.
And they are delicious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a mouth-watering strand. Is that gorgeous preonite? Preonite is wonderful because it glows. The quality of this preonite is exceptional. Exceptional. 0800 644 655 OEG C75. Pastel perfect. It is pastel perfect. Definitely thinking about soutaching with these. If I was to tell you this is under £10, wouldn't you bite my arm off for it? Hypothetically speaking, of course, because I need these arms. Well, bite away, because it's going to be under £10, £9.95 for all three. And oh, do you remember when Gemma Crochet just had to make a cross, in case you don't know what a cross is, a cross out of these squares. If you lie them flat, they're buttons, they're wonderful in crochet. I've seen Sheila do crochet all the time with these kind of things. And the little teardrops of minky shell, perfect for soutache. So are those so are the rose quartz, aren't they? Talking about soutache a lot, haven't we? Should we count these rose quartz, Laura? Let's count them. I want to know. Oh, do you know what these? Do you know grooms? If you get married, not the horse type of grooms. These would be good cufflinks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. I could make 11 pairs of cufflinks. I could make 11 pairs of earrings. I could make 22 rings. Perfect. Perfect, that's loads. I'm going to count your minkies for you as well. 20. 20. I knew I should have paid attention when I watched Sesame Street when I was younger. 1. 9.95. I love the count. Let's sneak some more in, Laura. Popping candy. I love popping candy, and that's what this is called. Have you ever put like six packets of popping candy in your mouth just to see what happens, and then swig it down with some Coke?
I made an eating mess the weekend before last.
That's my favourite pudding.
Yeah, I put popping candy on the top and watched everybody's face.
Please, can I have the recipe?
Yeah.
I really want to make that for my Christmas pudding.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
Candy.
Popping candy. Yeah, if you put loads of it in your mouth and just swig on some cola, sometimes comes out your nose, yeah. The kids love it. Look at what Mummy's going to do. Watch this, it's really funny. And they just look and go, why? No, my other party trick is the mento mint thing with the volcanoes. Debbie Belford is teasing me with sandwiches. She's sat at the thing going, have you ever seen the comedy sketch of French and Saunders where they eat the wagon wheel? And she goes, that's Debbie Belford right now. Anyway, yeah, the mento mint where you put that in cola and it erupts like a volcano. You could do that and swig Coke, or not, actually, don't do that. Have a look. Popping candy. You know not to name things like that, Laura, because it takes me off the popping land. Look at these. Now, these are Gainer for Soutache, aren't they? They're pendants. And they've got those edges, so if you want to do wire work, they're perfect for that. Macrame bracelets with the crackly quartz. Crackle quartz, beady bead, baubles on your Christmas tree.
Oh, yes.
What's happening?
Yeah, you've got to have one little tree, haven't you, covered in gemstone?
Absolutely. Or one large one. I bet Mark Smith's actually got a hand-carved rose quartz tree. JCG C45. He's got a labradorite Christmas tree, hasn't he? 0800 644 655. I'm going to count these pendants for you. Well, I don't justify that because that's mad. Are you 20? I'm not even talking to you about that price tag, Laura. It's silly, silly low. These are, by the way, these are. By the way, we're not a bead shop. We're genuine gemstones. Laura, what are you doing? You are a maniac on the loose. Crazy. You're just insane today, Laura. That's not the actual words, is it? I don't know. Without further ado, I'm going to get over to my fair lady Linda and have a look at the gorgeous jewellery. Now remember that Linda had angelite. She had the most beautiful quartz. And we'll go and have a look. I can't wait to see her goodies today. You used the chain. Gorgeous. Let's have a look. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, look at the colour.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, and I've actually tuned it with the antique
positively
chain as well,
glowing.
and that's really worked.
I'm wearing that. That is gorgeous. How beautiful is this? It's that glow.
It is. It's that same pink as in the pink amethyst that we had earlier.
Oh,
it's so pretty. It's beautiful.
Isn't it just?
So
Isn't
pretty.
that gorgeous? Bundles $14.95. What a stunning, stunning piece of jewellery. Oh, look how you've used the ring memory wire. Oh, I love these.
That's the upside down earrings. Just reverse, you know, the blue, the pink, pink and the blue. And I just think because it's
Love.
gemstone, you can.
Love. Oh my gosh. Love those. I love them. Got told off yesterday for stealing earrings.
Did you walk out in a pair of earrings yesterday that was missing on the Facebook photographs? Because I was looking for them. Debbie had made them and I was looking at them.
I'll put them on later.
I thought,
Stop talking about it. I'll put them on Facebook for you tonight.
Thank you.
They might be in my ears. And the bracelet, I took that too. I'd be a rubbish thief because I'd just be like, yeah, I took it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she's an honest thief.
I am an honest thief. It's the 5-fingered discount, I like to call it, rather than stealing. FJGC43 is your item code for Linda's beautiful challenge, and you have to have. I mean, these are beautiful.
They are. I just think
them.
they're really lovely. As I say, because they're gemstone, they're a little bit of a talking point, so you can mix them around a little bit, and you could put another little charm on the end there, on the end of those eye pins. The little gold balls work brilliantly.
I love them. I love those little jingle jangles.
Yeah,
you put
but
on top.
these pink quartz are just divine. They're that kunzite pink again that I really love.
We've got to go. When are you back next, my darling?
I'm going on holiday actually.
Again? Where are you going?
I wish it was again. Oh, I'm going to push one.
Again? Not the push one again?
Yes, we're going to Italy and Greek islands, Venice and that, but we're going on the Orient Express for one night, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Photos, please.
Yes,
We've got to go. Don't forget to tune in tonight. I think it's the wonderful Sarah, and she's got some goodies for you. We will see you. Don't forget, live at 5. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. Bye, my darlings.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmoat, Redditch, B989HF.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.